Okay, welcome everyone to Progressive Discussions. I'm your host, James P. Madonna. I'm with my co-host, Damien the Dissenter Owens. And another week has flown by very quickly, of course. And it happens to be Labor Day weekend 2020. That's right, the pandemic, pandemonium, end of summer 2020. Happy Labor Day weekend. America, Damien, the Dissenter Owens, how are you this Labor Day weekend?
Well, I'm doing a bit better. So today, me and the wife, we went up to my grandparents up in Virginia, about a 45-minute drive from here, and everyone was there. My mom was there, my sister was there. She had her son with her. Then my aunt was there, and then her boyfriend was there, and their kids were there, and of course my grandma and granddad were there, and I think my Uncle Scott was there, and one of my cousins was there, and we had a nice time. They already had some food ready. They had a little bit of everything. They had like ham and cheese rolls. They did bring some pizza, some like a cold cut ham with different fixings. They had like a potato salad, green beans, mac and cheese, and then they also had a baked barbecue weenies and meatballs. It was a pretty good helping.
Okay, so it was a heaping helping of food and a complete family get together.
Yeah, and they have a pool. So after we ate and let our food settle, everyone decided to go outside and hop in the pool. And my wife got stung by a wasp on her hand. Thankfully, she's not allergic. But my grandma got some Benadryl cream to put on it, and she was okay.
Let me guess. She tried to swat it or shoo it with her hand.
Actually, no. It just completely attacked her unprovoked. She was just sitting there near the pool, was messing around on her phone, and the wasp came up and just stung her on the hand.
It's like Alfred Hitchcock, the birds. The hornets are becoming very offensive, rather than because if you try to provoke them, they will attack, and if you run from them, they'll chase you. But if you ignore them, they're supposed to like come around and be curious and then leave. But not this one. just attacked her, stung her right on the hand, and it's a potent venom. It's not like a bee. You know?
Well, she's not allergic, but yeah, it was a wasp, and she's not allergic to wasps. So,
but it's not like, you know, a little baby bee sting. You know, it has more strength than a bee. But I don't. Must have been in a bad mood. It must have got up on the wrong side of the nest.
must have. My granddad's always been fighting bees and hornets on one side of the house for as long as I can remember. But they found a way to try to keep them at bay. So they have like all these tiki torches that they light, and then my grandma, she comes out and she sprays like this really strong peppermint spray to keep them away, and it seemed to work for the most part.
Well, I used to buy the very large jumbo citronella bucket candles from like department stores and Walgreens. It comes in like an aluminum bucket. It's a big giant citronella candle, and it works quite well for gnats, mosquitoes, and whatever. It even
Oh
works.
yeah, gnats ate me up today.
Yeah, it works in the daytime, and it makes a nice little safe little baby bonfire. You know, it enables you to sit outside at night with friends and relatives, you know, and not get attacked. They really do work, those citronella bucket candles. So I'm going to start off. We have a few topics here. I'm going to start off with the least, well, I don't want to say the mildest, because they all have deep connotations here. I'm going to talk about how social media tightens censorship stranglehold, and in regards to that recent message or warning from Facebook, from the hawk-nosed geek Mark Zuckerberg, talking about how starting October the 1st, he's going to allow less controversial posting on Facebook. And I think you remember that warning.
Yeah, you sent it to me.
Yeah, because I sent it to you. I just didn't save it, so I don't remember the details of it, but it kind of ticked you off when you read it, because there is definitely heavy meaning in terms of social media denying us our First Amendment rights, and they are continuing to tighten their stranglehold on the public after they spam the hell out of us and steal our personal information and make profit off of our personal information. And they have the nerve to deny us our First Amendment right. And it has a lot to do with social media, Twitter, Facebook, maybe even YouTube, removing certain videos, certain even documentaries that they consider to be quote unquote fake news, which is the way a right-wing individual, you know, besides the ad hominem attacks and name calling, they will accuse you of false information or fake news when they do not have the ability to intelligently debate you with proven facts. Okay, and this is only getting worse. So what is your take on this First Amendment violation that's getting more severe by the month, it seems like?
Well, I don't foresee it getting better anytime soon. We did go over this at a couple videos ago, where they're trying to use the Section 230 to try to justify taking down all this content and blah 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 blah. But to be honest, I think that Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and all these social media platforms, they're getting scared. And to be honest, they should be scared because they've been targeting and suppressing information of various individuals and various groups all across the political spectrum. It's not just Facebook playing favorites of, siding with the conservatives on this or siding with the liberals with that or doing like the independents or moderates with this. No, anyone and everyone's being censored to some degree or another. It's not really a political issue anymore in terms of who it is that's getting censored. I do notice they labeled a bunch of fact checks, which in itself is a huge joke and a huge laugh, where the CDC released that recent information about how 134,000 people here in the United States really didn't die of COVID. Only like 9,210 really died of confirmed COVID-19.
Okay.
The other 94 had COVID comorbidity.
Okay, we're going to get to that real heavy-duty topic. That's going to be the third one because that involves the story you told me last night about a particular female, but we will hit hard with that one. That's the third one.
Yeah, but just kind of keeping light to the subject. Yeah. It's more to the point.
About false news that the right-wingers and social media CEOs like to accuse people of and censor us. Yeah,
exactly. So that's really what I'm just seeing now, and a lot of people are seeing that they're tired of so much censorship or so much bias. I mean, yeah, in some instances they take certain biases on certain viewpoints, but just people are tired of it. They're done with it. They're over it, and they're saying enough's enough.
Yeah, I mean, journalism used to be about the proven, cold hard scientific truth. It used to be about the truth that can be proven and science. That's how old school journalists used to be. Now they take their marching orders from the oligarch, from the fat cats of the 1%, or they're told by the government and the fat cats, or the fat cats tell the government, and they both gang up on the media. They tell them to censor the population. They don't want the real news getting out, like concerning COVID-19 internationally, not just the United States mumbo jumbo and about big pharma. I'm talking about internationally, including how the media never ever discuss or brings up hydroxychloroquine with the zinc anymore. They don't even mention it. Right now, it's nothing but vaccine. Now they're advertising a herpes zoster, aka shingles vaccine, constantly. Everything has a vaccine today. Everything has a vaccine. A child gets too much sugar in his diet and he can't sit still in school. Right away, give him Ritalin. The school nurse will say, oh, he's got attention deficit disorder. He needs Ritalin. No, he needs to cut the sugar out of his diet. He doesn't need Ritalin. So all this bullshit, kissing up to Big Pharma. I don't know how true it is about Dr. Anthony Fauci being roommates with the sinister Bill Gates in college. I did read an article about that. So I really don't know how true that is, but I don't trust any of them whatsoever. Now, the second topic is political propaganda in video games and movies, how they sneak it in. And you brought it up about a week ago, I think, off the air to me.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, what we were talking about with that is, I sent you the trailers to some of the video games that have been coming out here in the past few years, particularly some of the Call of Duty games with Call of Duty Black Ops 3, where we had such futuristic technologies, but then yet they got out of control. And then with this new Call of Duty Black Ops called Call of Duty Cold War Black Ops, and then where it showed in the trailer about Yuri Miznev, or however it is you say, a KGB defector, talking about how it's essentially like this New World Order Big Brother government that took over in the Soviet Union, and then they're trying to do that here in the United States and warning us exactly as to how they're doing it. To where first it was destabilization, then demoralization, and now a period of normalization. And to be honest, that actually sounds very odd and very suspicious as to what's going on right now. I mean, what's going on now is a plan that has actually been going on years in the making. They've been doing demoralization and destabilization not only here in the United States, but the entire world for many years now. It's just now, instead of being sneaky and covert about it, they're so blatant and overt about it to where it's literally staring at you right there in the friggin' face. So we have that with Call of Duty Black Ops. Now, some of the propaganda that's in video games, you gotta really read between the lines and see how it pertains to modern day events. Because that's the key to figuring out propaganda, is trying to see what message they're trying to convey or what agendas they're trying to push forward. Well, the way you can tell in with this new Call of Duty Black Ops is they revealed their plan of what they've done. Then, when I talked about in the Soviet Union how in the later years it turned into a big brother social imperialist country. Well, that's how they destroyed the Soviet Union. Well, now they're kind of doing the same thing, what destroyed the Soviet Union, to destroy the United States, and also to destroy the rest of the world and world economies and nations' autonomy, all that good stuff. That's for what's happening now. Now, another one that I sent you is the new RoboCop that came out a few years ago, which even the trailer and the whole premises behind it, it's pushing so much pro-police state propaganda that it's not even funny. And the part that really revealed it overtly to someone was when Samuel L. Jackson was doing his news piece in the film, going, "Why are Americans so robophobic?" And then you got to go, "Whoa, hang on a second, robophobic? Seriously, robophobic? Having genuine concerns for having this new technology and using it for a pro-police state? I think that warrants a cause of concern. That's not being robophobic. That's just kind of pumping the brakes and taking a step back and going, hang on a second. Let's really think about this and see how we can implement this technology, but not use it for a pro-police state purpose." So it also shows in the TV shows. TV shows now are so latent and so filled with garbage. It's not even funny. Like the new show that's really pissing people off is what's being pushed on Netflix, called oh fuck, what is it? I had the name of it, it just slipped away. But basically, it's the new normalization of pedophilia through Netflix,
Oh,
where basically they're taking children, definitely prepubescent children. These are not like teenagers or anything. These are kids who are nowhere even near puberty and doing like adult entertainment towards something like this.
oh, it's like the like reminds me of that old new wave song from the 1980s. I think it was called "Tainted Love," and it looked very pedophile in appearance.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's not like subtle. No, this is more in your face.
Oh, jeez.
And some of these people, when you actually look to see who is like doing all of this, these people look fucking weird and fucking creepy. Like it was like some of these dudes were like you could definitely tell they were trannies, but they tried to be like men with beards, but they had like long hair and makeup on and look almost like princesses. I'm like, this is sick. This is like adult entertainment. I mean, this is what you want to do as an adult, fine, but leave kids out of it. So yeah, there is a big rush to try to normalize pedophilia, and in fact, in California, there's this guy who's actually trying to really push pedophilia. But you would think this guy would look like a your typical neighborhood stalker. No, this guy has a beard and looks like your typical run of the mill guy. Just has a little bit of creepiness when you look at him, but on first glance, you would not suspect this guy would have been a pedophile.
Well, also, satanic black magic cults are on the rise too in the United States. Everything, everything demented, deranged, and wicked is on the rise in the United States. What's that? Sounds like a pigeon.
Oh, it's the fan I've got going on over here.
It sounds like cooing, like doves in the morning.
Yeah, it's the fan I've got going on over here.
I got a fan. I got a powerful window fan in the hallway to blow the air conditioning down the hallway and into the rooms. So sometimes when I'm on Jay Terio's show, he hears a sound and then he mutes everybody. I said, "Hey man, I'm not going to suffer from the heat. You know, if I'm going to be on the show, I need circulation. You know." But anyway, so there's a lot of freakazoids out there. The freaks are out at night. That was an old disco song. The freaks come out at night. Well, the freaks are out in the daytime too. These days, and your tarot card reading, it really has been revealing them more and more, because what I read was the more that the practitioner handles his or her tarot cards, the more revealing they become when you lay them out. Now, here comes the big kahuna topic. Okay. COVID-19 testing and death fraud proven. And this is in regards to everything you told me yesterday, including this woman's story. I think she's a Floridian, or she lives in Florida, or is from Florida.
Oh, yeah. So we got multiple things to talk about it. Okay, so the CDC released their official numbers of people who really died of COVID-19. And actually, it turned out to be a 94% reduction in actual deaths. So they say 134,000 died here in the United States because of COVID. But when they actually release the numbers, the actual confirmed number of deaths associated with COVID as the direct cause is only 9,210. The other 94%, which adds up to the 134,000, had what is called comorbidity or multi-morbidity, meaning it is possible that they could or could not have had COVID, but they also had the pre-existing condition. So they could not accurately determine 100% one way or another as to whether COVID killed them or their pre-existing condition killed them. And then I love it. Within a couple days, Facebook started labeling fact check and false information, saying, no, the CDC didn't quietly update their numbers about COVID deaths. I'm just like, okay, well, how is the average person supposed to interpret that? How are they really supposed to kind of just step back and say, how can they honestly say with a bold, straight face, that is not how you interpret that information? You just can't.
The woman died in the springtime, right?
Right, and that was the next one I was getting ready to get to. So the one I was telling you about last night, and I sent you the video, a local 24 news channel out of Memphis, which is Shelby County, Tennessee, broke this very interesting story about COVID testing fraud. And this isn't bullshit. I actually looked this up and did some more research on this particular article. This actually really did happen. So there was this woman who died in late February, weeks before COVID was even being tested, or there were even any COVID cases in Shelby County, Tennessee. So she dies in February. So her son gets a letter in the mail from the Shelby County Health Department saying that on June 20th, his mother went and took a COVID test and tested positive. But here's the kicker. They did not get the results of that positive test until 2 months later. The letter was sent out August 20th. Her son did not get it in the mail until September the 1st. Now,
what
how can a woman...
Yeah, what was the coroner's report?
The coroner's report was that the woman died of COPD. That was her official cause of death, COPD.
Ah.
But people have to ask the question: how can a dead woman show up in person to take a test and then wait 2 months to get the results? You just can't have that both ways. You can't.
COPD, coroner's report, gets the COVID test results 2 months late, correct? Because I just got a little, my brain got a little scrambled for
for
a minute.
You better believe it. Yeah, you better believe if that happened to me, and that's not really a unique case. I was also showing you there's other articles out there where people who have scheduled to go get testing, and then in the last moment they end up changing their mind, and they don't get tested, but they still get a thing in the mail saying you tested positive for COVID. So already we have a falsification of deaths, and we have a falsification of tests. Then there was the other article where I showed you that in Collin County, Texas, which is part of the Dallas suburbs, they had 4,600 active cases. Well, with just one audit, they went from 4,600 down to 100. And here's why they ended up having that huge audit and that huge reduction. They showed that in some instances that they manipulated the numbers by saying, okay, well, here's a confirmed test. So then they started adding confirmed tests at a ratio of sometimes 15 presumed or assumed cases, even though there was no definitive proof.
Wait, that's a picture of Michael Hilton, Mike Hunt. That's him, Mike Hilton.
He apparently got big.
Yeah, I know. Oh, so getting back to the confirmed cases.
Yeah, so, one confirmed case, they added 15 presumed cases with absolutely no definitive proof whatsoever. No tests, no symptoms, no person to double check this information, nothing. And even in some instances, they got caught of doing ratios 1 to 100.
1 to 100?
Yeah, 1 confirmed, 100 presumed.
Oh, gee, I like that mug, and I like the name of that, Schwarzengiggles. Is he
Schwartz and Giggles, German style fest beer, 5.6%.
Okay,
style lager. It's from Woodbridge, Connecticut. They have the New England Brewing Company. So if I get to go, I got some relatives in Western Connecticut, some grandparents in the town of New Milford. And this was canned on the 19th of August. Pretty good. So if I go towards their area, I like to pick up the New England Brewing Company because damn, do they make good beer. And this is really good. If you like really clean Oktoberfest style beers, I think the Marzen is a little more of a maltier caramel kind of toasty beer. This kind of has some of that, but it's super, super. Even in the smell, it's got a little bit of that stuff on it, but it's more subdued and it's got more cleanliness. So if you really want your good, I mean, at 5.6, it's all right. You could probably session that. Yeah. If you really want clean tasting beer that you can drink one after the other, that's your beer.
Now here we have Thomas Metal 75, the drummer of the great independent rock band, heavy metal rock band Oxblood Forge, and you guys rehearsed recently in the studio, which is was a great experience. There's the album cover, right? The current,
it's coming some One of these days, we seem to be in the studio all the damn time trying to edit our vocal tracks to use.
I'm going to run to the bathroom. I'll be back here in just a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you'll finish off on that story. The third way. The third way, is that like a three-way, a menage a trois, a third way? Oh, so now while he's in the bathroom, you might as well, let's talk about the story on how the 27-year-old child from San Francisco, California.
Oh, boy. I don't even know if he's still on the. I could take a little sneak peek. I don't even know if he's still on Craft Beer Board Live.
Aggravated Ronnie S.
My God, they both look like they had. Well, Michael a little less. You saw the photo I sent you, the screenshot. They both look like they were having quite the evening. Beverage was.
That's well. They both imbibe quite at an ample level. The both of them. Ronnie.
All right, so Mike Hunt is on. I don't know what that is. You must have seen it. It looks like a rocking chair in the dark, and he's smiling with droopy eyes. And Ronnie S has the slicked back hair like he's literally from Brooklyn, New York. Drinking a beer.
His hair's not sticking up in the air like it was when he was on my show.
Are you talking about Mike? Are you talking about Mike?
No, I'm talking about. Well, the both of them do that. Ronnie Simpson, when he's drunk, his hair is not brushed; it's sticking straight up.
He looks like he showered. Michael is now on the chair with the pillow, but otherwise, it was all over the place. That mopped up.
So my predictions about a lot of these people in the community was true. They don't really review a beer or ale or stout or porter in an intelligent, scientific, accurate way.
Well, let's put it this way: not all the time. No, they got a lot of downtime from their regularly scheduled programming.
Yeah. They go for the buzz, the big buzz. That's what they go for the buzz, especially some of them, like the Brewski Drewski guy, Mike Hunt, Ronnie Simpson. They go for that big buzz.
Apparently, I haven't seen, so I can physically not confirm. However, the other people from our craft beer pours and the people that go into that channel, well, I mean, I do too, but the people that go into that channel that have seen Ronnie S in any form in recent time has said that he's actually been cutting back a giant amount on all of the hard liquor like he used.
Well, even Kyle seems like he's always intoxicated. But the thing is, Ronnie S was very upset that he can't visit his family in New York because of the pandemic rule.
Yeah. I mean, I don't blame him for being angry about that. I guess
he's stuck.
His family.
He's stuck in Florida.
Yeah.
Well,
that's not much better either.
I'm stuck in. Well, I can't say I'm stuck in New Jersey because the Northeast is not doing that bad. Actually, the numbers are quite good in the Northeast.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But he's really stuck. He's stuck in Florida, and he's stuck. But he's in Clearwater. You know, he wanted to move down there. He wanted to relocate. Yeah. He's in, by a suburb of Tampa. He's got palm trees around him. But there's other things you have to deal with too that we don't deal with. But anyway, it's getting back. Damien the Dissenter Owens about the CDC COVID counting debacle.
Right. Okay. So we went over the CDC and how they released that massive retraction and how now we've seen that there's been manipulation in assumed and presumed as compared to confirmed. Now, the third piece, and this is very interesting, Tennessee has always been very skeptical about all of this. And here's a new protocol that they've now adopted. Any confirmed case immediately now drops off after 2 weeks because they found that some of the people that are still testing positive, they are doing this process of amplification during the retest to see how much of the virus people really do have. And they've seen that sometimes it can take anywhere from 6 weeks to 3 months before there's any trace left of the virus completely gone. So depending on how much they amplify the test to try to find the DNA or RNA scraps of COVID-19, that they're still going to keep testing positive. Even though, they've already had it, they've already been over it, what's left is just genetic material that's just left over from when the person had it. So I'm glad that they're doing that, but here's the next kicker. Down in Palm Beach County, Florida, that woman served the whole Palm Beach County Public Board with treason charges over the mask mandate and all the other things down there. And I'm glad that they did, because now it's time to literally blow the lid off this and just get to the bottom of it. Enough is enough.
Yeah, but you know what the problem is? When I was walking home after taking some pretty good video of all the boats going back and forth today, this anti-masker couldn't mind his own fucking business. I had the mask on. I stood about 20 feet from him, waiting for the light to change. And he had no mask, and he had to say something. Why couldn't he just mind his own damn?
Wait a minute, time out. What's the issue here?
No, this guy without a mask.
This person didn't have a mask. We're talking about you. Okay.
The person that didn't have a mask. I came up with my mask on.
Yeah.
And he jumped back and he goes like this. Oh, we must have social distancing now.
Right. Yeah. Pretty obvious stuff here. Yeah.
Yeah. I had to make a remark instead of just mind his own business, wait for the light to change and cross. I mean, he had to say. He had to say something. That's the problem. It's like evangelical Christians have to proselytize and they have to open their mouth. Flag waving right-wingers have to open their mouth. They can't mind their own fucking business.
Yeah.
And agreed. I just says,
agreed.
I said to him, well, there's a lot of information flying around. Nothing is written in stone yet. But once it is, it'll all come out and everybody will know it and the media will.
Truth will set you free.
Yeah.
Truth will literally set you free. That is literal.
Right. The truth will literally set you free. But people can't mind their own damn business.
I totally agree with that. Everybody's got to do the same thing. I'm not going to drop any names of people that I associate with or friends here on the internet community that aren't very happy that we still have to do these things to keep healthy or whatever. But guess what? We got to do them. We don't really have a choice in the matter at this particular moment in time. If we don't want to social distance, if we don't want to wear a mask, if we can't breathe without our mask on, well, you got to do it in the minimum amount of space.
Well, what if
once we're invading other people's space and we're getting into public and restaurants and grocery stores, liquor stores, wherever you're going? Yeah, wear the thing. You don't got to wear hours on end when you're out in public, for God's sakes. Do it when you're out there. When you get to your seat at your restaurant, take the thing off.
Right. If the tables are over 6 feet apart here in New Jersey, of course you can't eat through the damn mask.
Right.
You take it off. You walk.
Once you sit down.
You walk in with it. You get your table. You take the mask off. Now you're at your table. But the point is that people have to turn it into a crusade where they have to force their beliefs on others that they don't know, strangers. I mean, people that they don't know.
Right.
And it's like it could be anything. You don't want anybody in your personal space, even before the pandemic. Mm-hmm. You don't want anybody spitting in your, you want people to keep a normal distance from you.
Right. Well, I would say, I agree, but there's 3 reasons. 1, it's turned into a fetish. 2, it's now turned into a fashion statement. And 3, it's basically become like a cult of personality item. It's ridiculous.
I don't think I want to know what you're talking about when you say this damn thing has been turning into a fetish. Those people have mental issues.
It is. They're fetishizing. Like, it's like now they become so obsessed with it.
Yeah, but that guy.
It's a fashion statement and a cult.
Yeah, that guy doesn't know me from Adam. You know, I mean,
from Adam. Yeah,
Adam Ant from the 1980s. Yeah, he does. You know, he
Adam Ant. Yeah, okay.
Because he didn't have just because he was an anti-masker without a mask, and I had one on. You know, of course, I'm a stranger. He didn't have to go, whoa,
he didn't have to make any comment. He could have just gone on his merry way.
Now we must have
just as healthy.
Social distancing, and then he jumps back.
I just nowadays when I see people with it, because I've not really worn one, and in fact I was hospitalized because of it, and I'll get to that in a minute. I just kind of look and smile and snicker and laugh under my breath and just go, sheeple.
Well, yeah,
and I go about my business.
Yeah, you don't know if you don't know people, you just go about your business, and you know you don't have to say anything to them and instigate anything. Eric doesn't know, but Damian Owens can no longer so far work at his place of employment because he had a full-blown asthma attack. It hasn't been the first, and it's triggered when he puts the mask on for a long period of time. You know, this is a shift at the job, and he was taken to the ER, and he's got the inhaler with him, and it triggered a full-blown asthma attack. Now, but that is a medical issue where not everybody's a candidate to have the mask on for extended periods.
Right.
That's why I say they never should have mandated and left it as a personal choice. But no, if it saves just one life and it's for the common good, it's worth it. Even if it jeopardizes or endangers lives, yeah, then go fuck themselves.
You know, like I don't have the issue, but I have other issues. Eric doesn't have asthma, as far as I know, so he could walk into a convenience store, put a mask on, buy what he needs to get, and leave. You know, or a liquor store, or get his beer and leave. Okay, then take the mask off.
Yeah,
that's it. If you don't need to drive with a mask on. If there's nobody around,
no, there's no reasoning to do that.
Stupid people. I see all these Korean women driving with their mask on. If you're jogging or riding your mountain bike, you know, and there's nobody really around you, you don't need the mask.
Right.
If you're walking and there's no one for 50 feet from you, you don't need the mask. So you got to pick and choose and use your own discretion in terms of when you put the mask on. But to wear it for an elongated period of time, and you have a respiratory disorder like Damien's asthma, there's a problem. Now, they didn't even like the idea of him wearing the face shield. The face shield goes from your forehead right above your eyes, covers your eyes, your nose, your mouth, and ends about here. And it goes on like a pair of glasses. I mean, what's their problem? Were they trying to bust his balls, telling him, oh, you can't wear a shield at work? I mean, why can't he wear a shield?
All right. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but you ready for another interesting story? And my wife told me this the other night. Her dad is an EMS worker in Virginia, and he's worn the goggles and he's worn the mask. Guess what? He fucking got COVID.
Oh, because he was in close proximity to people in the ambulance headed for the ER.
I don't know, but I don't know how he got it, but he was taking all the precautions that he could, you know, and he wore goggles, wore the mask, did all that, still fucking got it.
Yeah, but any of that could have happened. That could have happened to him at any point in time. We have no clue as far as before anybody was being told by law that we had to wear masks or we had to social distance.
He's now had this thing.
Before we even came up to that bright idea that we needed to start doing that. That obviously that virus was spreading around too. So anything could have happened before that time period.
He's now had it for 3 weeks.
I think it would be hard to know when somebody would have gotten this virus. I mean, maybe you can make an educated guess based on where you were and how many people were around at that time. But then again, you're still just trying to make an educated guess about what happened. And I don't know if it's really appropriate at this point. It's a moot point at this point how you got it.
Well, it's a microscopic. You need an electron microscope to see it. For all I know, when he was off duty, he was probably fraternizing with the boys, sucking down beer.
No, he doesn't. He is work, home. That is his life. But no, he's now had it now for 3 weeks, and he is still in the full-blown midst of it.
Yeah.
So,
look at the hospital boys. You know. Well, he wore the mask, wore the goggles, still got it. So it means, what clue shows, they don't fucking work. I mean, when you see those hospital staff members, how protected they look like they're almost ready to do a spacewalk outside the space station. You know, their gowns, they got the head, the goggles, the face shields, they got everything, and some still catch it.
Yeah, I could probably tell you a much better reason as to why he got it and why the goggles and the mask didn't do shit. Because for one, he's got diabetes, and two, he doesn't take care of himself. So my guess is he's extremely vitamin deficient. So I would assume probably a D3 deficiency or a zinc deficiency. That's why he got it.
Yeah, well, he has underlying conditions there. There you go. I mean, anybody who's immune compromised for any of the above reasons.
Well, the diabetes is not what makes him immune compromised. He doesn't take care of himself, so he's very nutritionally deficient when it comes to specific vitamins like D3, C, and zinc.
Then, therefore, you can't start. Therefore, the public or politicians or whoever it is, health workers, can't blame anybody else for. I mean, they shouldn't really be blaming anybody else for. I'm not trying to be cynical here. They shouldn't really be able to blame anybody else on your relative there for getting tested positive with this COVID-19. Then, like if that's already, and I don't want to sound mean or rude, but if that's already how he treats his body, that's like he's already doing himself a disservice right now.
Well, hypertension and diabetes are on the high risk,
right,
for COVID complications.
Yes, you're already at the high risk level.
Yeah, heart disease, cancer, asthma, hypertension.
Yeah, cancer,
diabetes, you know, these put you on a high risk. It's not like a college kid that has no underlying illnesses going on spring break and you know, and catching it and then testing negative after 2 or 3 weeks of.
That's even questionable that people should be doing that still.
No, they shouldn't have been. You know, that fat governor of Florida, DeSantis.
He's a little nuts. I'll agree with that.
Not have allowed the spring break a commotion because he was thinking about the economy. Money. Like,
yeah, I don't know where the governor of Georgia is. Oh, obviously Georgia. I don't know where the governor of Georgia is right now in all of this, because his defiance in wanting, and don't get me wrong, anybody that may be watching or in the panel, that I'm not sick and tired of having to do all these things, and I'm not tired of hearing stories like nearly 1 in 5 restaurants in Massachusetts are permanently closed, which are about 3,400 out of approximately 16,000 statewide, and the ones that are open don't even know when if they're gonna survive the fall and the winter. Don't get me wrong on that. However, if the governor of Georgia we were talking about, if he just did what he needed to do to try to help his state in that crucial time period when shit was hitting the fan, then I think who knows where they would have been right now, and if they wouldn't have had some of the spikes and some of the problems that came out of COVID-19? Was that in like June or July, maybe, once they reopened up, shit hit the fan? But then again, shit's going to hit the fan anyways, because if people are finally starting to get back to work and go to colleges or whatever, or now their jobs are going from remote to going back to their office spaces, maybe they're getting testing, maybe they're getting their temperatures taken, and now underlining things are happening or showing up in tests, because otherwise, why would some of this general populace even be getting tested, right?
Well, shit sure hit the fan in Texas and even California, surprisingly.
Yep.
You know, I mean, Democratic governor, Florida, you know, same thing. Texas, everybody's protesting, you know, up against each other, doing a Kama Sutra, whatever the hell we're doing.
It's a fucking mess. Although apparently according to some people that live in Portland, it's just the downtown area that's a fucking mess after hours. Like, that's probably every city in America. Downtown's a mess after hours.
You mean like in Texas, Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth?
Mm-hmm.
They were, well, yeah, more densely populated.
Right.
You know, like if you drive, same thing with Arizona, probably, you know, Phoenix, that area. I mean, if you drove out to a small town in Texas or Arizona, most likely the numbers are going to be extremely low.
Well, I would say that it would probably be an issue, but the fact of that when George Floyd died, COVID was out of the news for 3 weeks, and then once they milked George Floyd for what it was worth, it was right back in the news. It must not be all that bad, because I guarantee you 3 weeks of protesting would have caused a huge surge, but for 3 weeks, nada.
You know what?
Was
you know
about
what?
3 weeks.
People that were involved in the rioting and that had been in front of a camera from some news organization going to these riots, that were okay with talking on camera, a lot of them had basically said that this issue is a lot bigger than the virus right now. I'm like, holy shit, wow. Again, I'm not a cynical, cold-hearted bastard. Don't get me wrong on that. Don't take me for something other than that. But holy crap, a whole nother issue of safety for yourself physically during a pandemic is like not even taken into concern at this point in time. If I think you need lives and people actually physically alive and free from a virus for another kind of a movement to actually make any sense. If people are dying because of a virus because you're out there protesting about it, well, maybe you made your point known. Maybe the government will find out that, oh, people are dying because they decided that this was so strong of an issue to them. But then again, you're dying. Your movement's literally dying potentially because of a virus. Well, you really got to think about what you're doing here. Seriously.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people do. I think a lot of people get so much wrapped up into emotions that it clouds any amount of judgment or any amount of, give me some time to think about this. No. People just say, no time to think. Go.
Look at something simple like the mainstream media telling you why Joe Biden picked Kamala Harris. I'll tell you why, because he's
pretty obvious. Yeah, you're going to say the obvious thing.
He's pandering for minority votes.
Yep.
That's why he picked Kamala Harris. If he was in any other situation after the way she attacked him during the debates, is he going to pick Kamala Harris? Hell no. But because, you know, he's pandering for minority votes. She's half Indian from India and half black. So,
did you brought it up without actually going into these specifics about it? But does anybody remember the fact that Harris and Biden literally, like tooth and nail, pretty much went at it during the first couple debates?
I remember that. Yes.
Talking about well, Kamala Harris, her big issue was it the 70s? I could be wrong. I think it was that she or Biden was okay with laws that allowed or he was a part of voting for laws that allowed the desegregation of in busing. And then she goes, you know that, and then big old story. You know what that little girl was? That was me. And I'm like, after I heard that she became the vice presidential nominee, the first thing that came into my brain was, well, somehow they must have worked out their issues.
It's called hate fucking.
Yeah, and then the fake Pocahontas, Elizabeth Warren, is crying that, oh, you told me in private that you don't think a woman can get elected. You don't think a woman can get elected? Yeah, So, but she left the spotlight really quick.
Does anybody remember? Probably not, since I'm the one that lives in Massachusetts. That by the time we had a vote in the primary, or the last part of the presidential election that we were able to vote on here as a part of this run for presidency, in her own state, the one I live in, Massachusetts, she was voted. She got the 4th position in the voting. Wow, not looking good for that girl at all.
Well, she shot.
Looking good. It was pretty much the nail in the coffin, so to speak, for her.
She shot herself in both feet during the primary debates because of the way she behaved. So petty. It was very petty the way she carried on. But they don't. Yeah. It's just common sense. You don't. Well, look at Donald Trump. He doesn't. He says whatever's on his mind, even though it makes worldwide news. He doesn't care. Whatever.
You have to commend somebody for that a little bit because you're not afraid. You're not afraid to speak your mind and then have this. You're not afraid to say things for fear of, oh, what's going to happen to me if I say it. A lot. I mean, I get it. It's shaky ground depending on what you say.
Yeah,
I understand that.
Either
you get voted in or you get voted out. However, if you don't feel like you're able to freely speak your mind, how do you feel like you're able to effectively get things done?
Yeah, but the key word is speak your mind. Mind. If he says preposterous, insane things, or if he goes
that's obviously up to that's the eye of the beholder. What
he goes from one golf course to the other, all these golf courses that he owns, as a way, and then runs back in the bunker again when he gets back to the White House, as a way of escaping from the crisis that's going on. That doesn't look too good either. But he says a lot of like dumbass things. But what I'm looking forward to? This is going to be the greatest show on earth. The presidential debates, if they happen, it's going to be a humdinger of entertainment. I guarantee you that. Both of them going at it. Hey, come on, man. Get down and do some push-ups with me. Come on, man. Come on. Yeah, we're going to have Biden versus Trumpenstein. So now Damian, the dissenter Owens, is going to take a bathroom or snack or refreshment break, and then we will have the State of the Union tarot card reading.
Who knows what they're going to show next, because they've been showing a lot of shit's about to hit the fan. But anyway, I'll go ahead and get them. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Now, divining rods was Michael Hilton really
wasted,
very intoxicated during this live stream show. Mike Hunt.
He's not even on it anymore.
Now, did Michael Hilton, by any chance, does he get those black eyes from being very intoxicated? Now, Michael Hilton.
Did he give it to himself?
What? Michael Hilton, did he remove me from his friends list on Facebook because I scold him in a very aggressive way?
Sounds about right. Yeah, he eventually let me back on. I forget there was some live stream and we were all chit chatting and talking. Yeah, he finally just said, friend, I'll add you back," and then he friend requested me. I'm like,
but he was really, really nice to you when he took you back.
Well, that's because he was. I forget at this point. It was a couple weeks ago. or even close to a month ago, probably. I was on some live stream somewhere on StreamYard on the YouTubes, and he was chatting, and I brought it up to him. He's like, "Okay, fine." Ooh. I'm like, "All right, good." Well, then he gave me a link to join something he was doing on StreamYard earlier. I wasn't.
Despite the fact that Michael Hilton's brain cells are severely compromised, does Michael Hilton really acknowledge that that microphone is the best thing, the best gift he ever had in his life?
I hope so.
It is. And did he use it only one time when I was talking to him because he was being rebellious and spiteful, like a little spoiled, coddle rich kid?
Yeah.
Well, he must have money because his condominium is quite nice and modern in San Francisco, and the rent in San Francisco is very high. You know, like $2,500 for like a 2-bedroom.
Just like the population of San Francisco, the rent is very high.
It's very high, and he's in,
yeah, maybe 1960.
Does his family have bucks? Do they pay, and do they pay for a lot of his utilities? Yeah. So is that why he whines and takes tantrums when people correct him or criticize him in any way? Oh, the poor little infant. Oh, wah, wah. Oh, does he need a good swift kick in the ass with a pointy cowboy boot right up his anus by yours truly?
Hesitantly, yes.
Mike Hunt, I hope you watch this, because how dare you disrespect me by removing me from your Facebook list. I have 2 pairs of pointy cowboy boots. One has a metal tip and one doesn't. Take your pick which one you want. I'd say the metal tip. Yes, it's the Divining Rods are saying yes, the metal tip. Whoops. Okay. Now,
I'll be right back. Now what? Wait a minute. I'm going to sit down real quick. Now what?
No, there is no now what.
Okay. This thing is empty. I got to get the next the next one's not going to be amazing.
I tell you
Stay tuned. Wait a minute. Shitsing giggles. That's literally what that says. Shitsing giggles.
Now let me see that face.
I didn't even pick up on that until just now. How that.
Let me see young Archie Bunker.
That's Augustus Gloop from the Charlie and Chocolate Factory.
Schwarzengigel. It looks like a. Look at that guy.
Augustus Gloop. I don't know if you ever seen that 70s version of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Nah, look at that kid. Look,
and they sing that song Oompa Loompa Doopity Doo with all the munchkins. The munchkins. What do they call them? The Oompa Loompas.
That's Willie.
They got the whole song on here. They got the whole song on the back of the can.
Look at this. Look at this.
Doopa Gloopa Droopity Deer. Here is our crisp Oktoberfest beer. Gloopa Droopity Glen. Brewed just for you to enjoy in the can. Clean and it's clear. Made with Hallertau hops. Can just in case. Just in time as the summertime stops. Malty and bright. Raise the can in good cheer. Shit, sing, giggle. It's fast beer. First time ever in a can.
I like when you said it.
Jack, please buy this beer in a handy 6-pack. If you can live in happiness too, just pick up a 6-pack or 2.
Hey, I like when you said you're going to enjoy it in the can.
Yeah. While I'm taking a dump in the can. All right.
Now that kid has shifty. He looks like he's not happy when he posed for that portrait. He's got these shifty eyes. Look at him. He's not happy. He's very constipated. Jawohl, very constipated. He looks like he's not happy posing. You know what? You know why they're all grouchy? Because they have to pose for a long period of time to get their portrait painted, because there was no photography back then.
Right.
You know Ben Franklin on the $100 bill. He looks like that too. If you ever take a good look at Ben Franklin.
Huh.
Yeah, he has a perturbed look on his face. You know what? That's even funnier than listening to Ronald Sutton carry on about hams.
About hams beer? Yeah.
But the thing is, he doesn't have any solid scientific explanation of why he likes the hams. It's just that he likes it.
It's the best beer. That's why he likes it. It's the best beer.
It's the best. It's clean. It's the best. It's refreshing. It's the best.
Okay, that's highly intelligent.
Now what Ronald Theriot showed was intelligent. He showed that Ham's beer had to remove genuine draft from the can, because Miller got their lawyers and went after them for that.
What? Come on, really? That's stupid. Yeah.
Now, genuine is in the dictionary. Draft is in the dictionary. How can you copyright words that are in the dictionary? Genuine draft.
Yeah.
Take it off. They had to call it something. They could use the word draft, but they couldn't use the word genuine.
Weird. That's kind of stupid.
It's stupid. It's petty. It's like, like I know this guy that started a company making, Indian clubs, exercise equipment, and it's called Indian clubs. How could you copyright the words Indian clubs if it's in the encyclopedia or the dictionary? It's insane.
All right.
Okay, now we begin.
So I did a quick overview, and this one is going to be very revealing and very powerful as to what to expect for the next little bit. So let me go ahead and switch the camera from my fugly mug to this camera angle. Okay, so this particular reading for this State of the Union is a very mixed bag. So we do have some good, but we do have some bad. All right, so let's look at what's being represented by the current situation. The devil. Now, some would say that there are satanic influences at play here, and to a certain extent, yeah, you could argue that there are satanic influences at play. But in this particular context, the situation is being chained to something that is very toxic or is not really beneficial. So with this is kind of speaking volume as to what is causing the chaining to what is not useful and in fact is toxic. All this stupid friggin' bullshit that's been going on, the masks, living in fear, all of that. That's what's being represented right here. All right, so the past. The Four of Swords has been showing up a lot here lately, and here it is again. So right now, people are just tired. They're done. They're over this. They either just want to find the cure and get over this shit, or just seriously shut up. That is how done and fed up and tired people are with this. Now, the present. We're seeing that people really are tired, and they're going to start taking action and doing things on their own, with or without the government's help, with or without the help of this person, that person. Doesn't matter. They're done. They want to go ahead and just get this done and get this over with. This has dragged on for too long. This has caused way more far overreaching problems and serious problems than the original one. So people are taking action, which they should. Now, the future. The future is going to be a definite mixed bag. We're definitely going to see things like people are going to really see what everything really was all along and just be like, well, damn. Anything and everything we were told was just simply not what it was. So we're going to have to try something new, but where do we begin? That's really what we're going to see in the future. Now, the outcome. The outcome is looking very promising here with the sun. What we're ultimately going to see is whatever happens, it is going to be not necessarily the perfect or best outcome, but it's going to be the ideal, if that makes any sense. So at some point here in the future, and I'd say probably it's going to be very quick, because all these cards are showing very swift, decisive action that whatever the final outcome is, we're all going to like the outcome. And I would say it'll be either the cure or the finally figuring out what this thing really is and how it can be treated, how it can really be prevented, all that good stuff. I don't necessarily see a return to normalcy as the way things were before. There will be somewhat of a new normal, somewhat of a different normal, but not the new normal they're trying to push and ram down our throats now. All right, so let's look at our connection cards here between the past and the present. The Knight of Swords. Just like I said, people are done. People are pissed off. They're fed up. And they just want to see this get done and over with and just put it behind. This has been so physically and emotionally taxing and tiring to not only people's physical health, but psychological health. And at this point, people are like, you know what? If we can't rely and depend upon ourselves, who really can we rely or depend upon? That's really what we're seeing with this. All right, now the connection card between the present and the future. We have the Ten of Pentacles. So when this shows up, it's going to be definitely a lot of debate, a lot of just figuring out how to get through this. But ultimately, it looks like it's going to be a very mixed, diverse plan. It's not going to be very one-sided. So it's going to be a little of this, a little bit of that, and all sorts of different things. But ultimately, it's going to be the idea, but it's also going to be economic driven. So maybe they find the cure in a very cost-effective way that's very cheap and inexpensive to go ahead and just get this done. We'll see, but definitely this is a very promising card. Anytime the Ten of Pentacles shows up, it's always a great sign. Now, the Three of Pentacles as our connection between the future and the outcome. A lot of times when the Three of Pentacles shows up, it's going to be like a learning experience. Like, okay, we made mistakes, we did this, we did that, but we're going to take these mistakes and learn from them. But something new is going to come out of it. So I see a new perspective, a new idea, something new and something definitely out of the norm is going to happen here. So my overall take on it is we're somewhat in the home stretch. That everything that's happened has happened for a reason and for a purpose. But I do definitely see with here, again, the Three of Wands, that we're going to be in for a little bit of taxing and more tribulating times, but we're going to be in the home stretch. This will be like the last final push, or like the really last hoorah. And it's going to be coming very soon and very quickly. But overall, really positive, really great sign. At least now, everything that has been kept in shadows and been kept hidden from the public is now being exposed. And people are being aware and they're taking action on it. So we're going in the right direction. Where this ultimately will go is still really yet to be determined. But now we're starting to see how and where things are going to go, but they're still not 100% developed yet. But ultimately, whatever happens, it'll be a positive outcome. So that's my reading for this week. Stay tuned for next week. We'll see more. In fact, we might get more answers. With these, you never really honestly know what's going to come up or what's going to happen, but at least now we do have some positive news.
Yeah, well, and we got flu season right around the corner, and I was watching a new program on the History Channel about the apocalypse, about earthquakes, and there's a lot of serious faults, not just in Southern California, not just on the West Coast, but the Earth is in for events that will trivialize dealing with an epidemic or a pandemic.
Yeah.
from what I heard. So
regardless, that's going to happen.
With the flu, yeah, the flu claims a lot of victims, but it's not as contagious as COVID-19. There's no. Well, there are some viruses that are incurable. The rhinovirus, okay, but that's incurable. The flu, the influenza virus, they don't kill it, but it all ends up with herd immunity, and herd immunity means a strong immune system. And it means take care of your body, take care of your health, making sure you're getting enough of optimal levels of nutrients, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and it also means lifestyle changes if one is doing what they shouldn't be doing, like getting obese or working around toxic chemicals or things of that nature. But Americans are in bad shape even before the pandemic.
Well, when you were talking about herd immunity, and remember how I told you that Donald Trump was going to appoint a new Stanford doctor who does not like Anthony Fauci? Well, he's already made his first public statement as part of the coronavirus task force. And you know what? He has ultimately now said, we got to go for herd immunity. We cannot rely upon the vaccine. We just can't. Well, that takes too long of a time to develop, and we just don't have the time and the resources to wait that long. We just can't do it.
Well, herd immunity with people with underlying illnesses, low, not quarantining, but laying low, not go gallivanting around if you have underlying illnesses, and let the healthy people do their thing. Hopefully, they won't infect their relatives that have underlying illnesses. Let them do their thing. Let them go from testing positives, testing negative. Hopefully, they won't get thrombosis if they're young, which is a possibility. Blood clots. If you get enough high levels of vitamin D3 and zinc, that's anti-thrombotic, especially the D3. Vitamin E, anti-thrombotic. So you just got to take care of yourself. But young people.
One other thing. On the NIH websites, guess what they now say is a preventive measure and helps cure COVID-19? What we've been saying all along. C, D3, and zinc. I don't know if they removed it, but it was there on their website.
On their website. Well, somebody who knows what they're talking about must have put it there to begin with. It's just that they've been pushing for the vaccine for too long.
Yeah.
Only the vaccine. Now, I said it before. You know how Donald Trump found out about hydroxychloroquine? Found out because a doctor in the Midwest was giving it to very severe case patients, and they were becoming asymptomatic within a day or so. Sometimes several hours, they would end up being taken off the respirator. And he was interviewed on Fox News by someone, this doctor, and he swears by it. And there was a doctor in a clinic in Westchester County, New York, that swore by it. But anyway, the Midwestern doctor was on Fox. Mike Pence saw the show, and then Mike Pence turned around and told Donald Trump. So internationally, it's been used with great success, even in Asia. But the U.S. media stopped talking about it really quick because they're pushing for that vaccine. The big mammoth, that's where they make the big bucks, with the vaccine.
Right.
They don't care.
And even in some instances, the hydroxychloroquine was not even needed. in fact, in some instances, with just some zinc, the azithromycin, and steroids, cured it.
Well, yeah, the Z-Pack is for a possible pneumonia. That, you know, because there's something called the cytokine storm that takes place with the immune system in the lungs. But usually now the zinc in high and D3 in high levels would overcome the fact that the virus has a tendency to block vitamin D receptors in your cells. And then if you take more of it, it overcomes, the virus is doing that, overwhelms the virus. So what the hydroxychloroquine, which is being used in West Africa with great success because they have the lowest numbers of COVID-19 in the world, the West African countries know about hydroxychloroquine because malaria is common in Africa because hydroxychloroquine is from the quinine tree, which is an tropical African plant. And quinine, as we know, was the original malaria treatment. And it's also in tonic water, which I happen to love. And it's also given to autoimmune patients. 65-year-old drug. It's given to lupus, Lou Gehrig's disease, multiple sclerosis, whatever. Autoimmune afflictions, who also need high amounts of D3. People with autoimmune, rheumatoid arthritis is autoimmune. Yeah.
And then I want to tell you about about different nursing homes and assisted living facilities throughout the United States subsidizing C, D3, and zinc to give to the elderly, and it worked. So if it can work for the elderly, it can sure as hell work for, the most of us. So
yeah,
it's treatable, it's curable, and it's preventative. But here's what I also find very ironic, and no one's talking about this either. All right, well, if this is so deadly and so contagious, then how come it's not been killing a lot of homeless people? It seems like the homeless people have been one of the least affected by this.
Because we have this problem in America where nobody wants to deal with the fucking homeless. And that's
you would think you would think the homeless, they don't distance, they don't quarantine, they don't have sanitation, they don't do all this stuff, not affecting them at all.
But
not even in the least
bit. Who's going around now? Maybe you make a case for that, right? But in general practice, who's going around and providing testing to homeless people? Who's giving money to homeless people to go and do these kind of things? I don't think anybody is. I'm not trying to say that negatively, but who's really doing that? Nobody. That's the least people that anybody's worried about right now.
They've always been invisible.
Your point's kind of weird, yeah.
Nobody gives a rat's ass about the homeless. They're invisible entities.
Yes, that's what yeah. It's like if we try to give testing to illegal immigrants. Yeah, nobody's going to want to do that either.
It's look, you can't argue with science. If science says, look, we have the RNA strand evidence that
which we've honestly still yet to see,
which we haven't seen yet, to establish that COVID-19 is a new strain, a variety of SARS. Okay, you got it. You got the evidence. Good. Mm-hmm. All right. Let the media show it. Now, when Dr. Fauci was asked, whatever happened to SARS, he says, well, something strange happened. When we came out with the vaccine for SARS, it mysteriously vanished. And the journalist from the news network says, well, how could it mysteriously just disappear? He says, I don't know. He shrugged his shoulders. It just disappeared as soon as we created the vaccine for it. Okay.
It's kind of odd if you ask me.
Just the herd immunity just happened to kick in when the vaccine was created?
I don't remember anybody being told they need to shelter in place, and that all these businesses and all these restaurants and stores and the airline industries being closed down and affected by SARS in the United States. I don't remember it happening like that. I don't remember anything in the news. Maybe I just don't purely remember, and maybe if that's the case, I apologize for that. But I don't remember this huge ass response to we as a nation need to shelter in place due to SARS. I don't remember anything like that happening.
No. MERS, swine flu, the bird flu, avian flu. I mean, I don't remember any of this happening. Now, by the way, airline cabins, asymptomatic people were infecting people that were on the same flight. So, but you know, you can look at an airline cabin, you don't have a lot of space there. Now, why can't these restaurants that are allowing 25% occupancy now in New Jersey, why don't they experiment with HEPA filters put into the central air conditioning and see what kind of high-tech filtration system would actually remove viruses in general and bacteria from the air? I mean, that would help with the amount of seating you can have in a restaurant.
Part of the problem, I think, here, and it's I think it's a part of how America works, and it's the downside to all of this, is red tape, testing, clinical trials. How in the holy of hell do we have any time for any of that right now? We don't. You hear every month it's going to be October and then November, maybe October, maybe November, maybe December before you get a vaccine. How about we have an answer and a solution for people when this is going to happen, and we stick to it because we have to. At this point in time, it's great that people want to make sure that the best medicine is coming out. I understand that, but there is zero time to be doing months and months and months of clinical trials and testing on this stuff. We just don't have an option other than it has to come out now. And I don't know what people are trying to do to rush this thing out. I know they don't want to do it wrong, but you don't really have a choice at this moment in time. It's got to get out there. This vaccine needs to happen now.
Yeah. Well, getting back to filtration, an ionic-based air filtration system works by giving out negative ions, cause anything solid in the air, even a speck of dust, even a germ, to descend to the floor. Once it gets there, it gets sucked up by the filtration system. That's ions. But there's HEPA filters that have ionic filtration, HEPA filter, mechanical filtration. When I mentioned it to the guys that run the Indian restaurant I go to, I says, if you put in ionic and HEPA filtration in your central air, you can have more than 25% customers. He just like, I don't know. You know, no, I don't know means you don't want to spend the money, because I know Indians could be cheap. They could be cheap bastards. He probably doesn't want to spend the money on the HEPA filter. You know, but if the governor said HEPA filter with ionic filtration works, it removes all microbes from the air and dust and this and that, but you must have it. It's mandatory. And then he'll probably have no choice but to put it in.
Oh, obviously at that point.
Yeah, because, you know, I mean, he doesn't have that many customers in the dining area. And the rest is all takeout and delivery, which the DoorDash delivery people are doing quite well. They're busy, you know, the Grubhub and DoorDash people. But, you know, I think there needs to be more revelation that the mainstream media is willing to show the citizens. Like, in other words, Donald Trump's taxes are now public. Donald Trump is hiding his money. He didn't pay any taxes. Oh, tax evasion. You know, like,
does anybody realize it's just that there's too much shit going on right now in this country to worry about Donald Trump's actual tax returns?
Well, that shows his integrity or lack of, you know.
All right, very good. Well, we got presidential elections, coronavirus, and people that need to get the fuck back to work and vaccines. I think we have enough to worry about without his taxes. We can look at that shit later if we have to.
You almost sound like the guy that did the remember Men's Warehouse. You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee.
Yeah, you're gonna like the cigarettes I've smoked for the last 30 years. I guarantee it. He's not alive anymore. I don't believe.
Yeah, he had a voice for that raspy voice. I like the way you look. You know, I heard they were too cheap to pay the original Dos Equis man to do the commercials.
What?
He was getting too famous or something, and he maybe his agent wanted more money, or because he was a very good Dos Equis man. You know, the guy with the gray beard. Now I told Damien, get your fake cigar vape, put the green hat on with the red star. You could be Damien Fidel Owens.
Yeah.
Actually, hold that thought. I've got it right over there on the dresser.
His beard
just let me go get it.
Full from his nutritional treatments.
Oh, that's the.
All right, here we go.
There's the cigar. There you go, Fidel Owens.
Yeah, I decided to do that just for a prop. I didn't actually hit the vape.
Yeah.
I've not really had the urge.
Well, if you do have the urge, keep your asthmatic inhaler next to you.
Agreed.
But I mean, the vape, I've noticed the vape really helps if I'm having a really bad allergy day. Where if it's draining down in the back of my throat or my chest is kind of getting a little croupy, helps keep it out of my chest, I have noticed. But other than that, not really. I mean, I can tell the vape doesn't flare up my asthma. Whereas if I was around someone smoking like a cigarette or a cigar or cigarillo, yeah, it would.
You still make cigarillos?
Yeah, they still make cigarillos. Swisher Sweets and Zigzags are still around.
Zigzag is cigarette papers, and they make the stuff from marijuana. You get a giant ass cone, you just fill marijuana in there, and then you light it up. There you go.
Swisher Sweets are still around. They have the flavored ones still. You can go down to different gas stations and convenience stores. You can pick up like I think you can pick up like a 5-pack of Swisher Sweets for like $3.50, I think, here. It's
just floor scrapings of other quote unquote premium cigars, and they just fill it up in a
maybe that's
and a paper. So they use some of these companies use like what's the one, the Backwoods or something like that, and I think is that company Game or like Garcia y Vega or something like that have actual natural leaf tobacco that they use as their wrapper, and then they stuff the tobacco inside of it. But most of those companies, all they do is they take tobacco scraps and they add water to it, and they can push it out in these machines that make it into what the word is homogenized. They make it out into a paper, and they can call the binder and the filler homogenized. And there's a few states out there that I think Maryland is maybe one. Is Utah another one? Go figure. That ban the sale and the shipping of machine-made cigars and cigarillos to those states because basically, even if it is a real leaf piece of tobacco, they don't care. It's homogenized. It ain't real tobacco. See you later. Not in my state. Random. You can't even choose it. You can't even choose in Massachusetts if you want to buy some coffee or rum or grape flavored cigar or pipe tobacco, all illegal in Massachusetts. And they were trying to do that. They did that ban really in order to protect children and younger people from getting their hands on menthol cigarettes. But it turned into a whole everybody cannot have anything that has any flavoring added in any way to any tobacco product, which is, I don't know, we talked about that before, but it's screwed up.
Well, let's see. What was I going to say?
Is anybody commenting? No. Hello, nobody. How you doing?
These stogies called denobiles. They were like, you know, Clint Eastwood spaghetti westerns. That little stubby little cigar-looking thing. They used to call them, my relatives used to call them guinea stinkers, because they were they were really potent. You know, the aroma. But
you get like 50 of them for $50. I get a couple of cigar catalogs occasionally. Like 100 of them is $50. You pay $2 for one of those bad boys. It's like, holy crap.
You know what they wanted in Cancun for a Cuban cigar, and I don't even know if it was a real Cuban cigar. Knowing Mexico,
in Cancun it probably was. Yeah,
could have been bogus. They want $13 per cigar.
I mean, there's a lot of cigars here that we get from Nicaragua and Dominican and Honduras that cost just as much. So that's probably a reasonable deal for what it is. I've had a few. I went to Montreal a couple years ago, 2015, I guess. I had a couple in some cigar shops. I'm like, maybe I didn't try a really flavorful kind, but I'm like, I get even this. I get the same quality or even better from other countries.
The Central American and Dominican cigars, they use Cuban seed.
Yes,
they use Cuban seed. I've never really had.
That means that it can mimic stylistically some of the tobaccos that they use, but at the end of the day, no matter what kind of tobacco you're using no matter what kind of tobacco you're planting, and then you ferment it and then you age it and then you use it in the cigar, the soil and the composition of that soil and the climate in that particular region of a country, again, mixed with the soil composition and how much mineral content it is. Is it volcanic ash, kind of rich soil? Does it have a lot of nutrients in it? Does it have a lot of minerals? That stuff affects, the overall flavor of tobacco and how it smokes and tastes, more so than what country was it from. But you can, kind of like with hops, you can tell when you say it's a Honduran cigar, you're going to get more of an earthy kind of a flavor. If it's Nicaraguan, you're going to get more of a fuller bodied, spicy smoke, maybe. San Andreas is popular with their wrappers from Mexico. They can have spicy, nutty flavor. So and you can even go to Cameroon and Indonesia. So there's all different kind of places. But again, you can mimic using Cuban seed.
So cigars and like pipe tobacco are kept in a humidor, both of them.
Cigars are, yeah.
Now hops, do they have to be kept moist after they're harvested?
I don't think so, but you want to use, but you don't want them to be. I don't think you want to age hops. No, you want to use them when you pick them off the vine. You pretty much want to use them, or I guess you can make them into pellet hops and then vacuum seal them. But you're going to start to lose its potency if you let hops lie around. It's the same thing with IPAs. You're going to lose your potency of IPA hops and the kind of hops you used if you let the thing sit around. Same thing with the hops. When you pick them, you pretty much got to decide to brew with them.
Now, being that autumn and winter and also chilly early spring, or pre-spring like March, you can look at that, Genesee cream ale in a can. How about that?
Yeah,
Could you make you could? It should be easy to make lagers during the cold weather months.
I suppose I wouldn't ever. I have not started brewing yet. I got to do that one of these days. I got the equipment. I would not. I think we talked about this once. I think the three of us were on a panel once. I would not recommend to anybody under the sun for their first time brewing to want to brew a lager. So if you've never done it before, you're probably going to run. I mean, there's a slim chance you strike gold and you figure this thing out immediately in your first batch. Sweet. But probably you're going to screw it up in some regard trying to brew this beer. It's just a learning curve. And lager yeast, you need a little bit of time for that lager to storing, thus lagering. And then lager yeast is supposed to be so clean of a flavor anyways that any off brewing technique is going to immediately show up, and it's going to be pretty prevalent in that beer. So if you do anything wrong in the brewing process, your first beer is going to be a lager, and you're going to notice it big time.
So it's not just the temperature, the low temperature outside. It is the method. The method.
Yeah, you want to make. You want. I think you want to have a little bit. That would be my thought. You want to have a little bit more experience under your belt before, and have your techniques in brewing refined and your process a little bit before you want to start trying to mess around with lagers. To be completely honest, ale yeast is a little bit more forgiving. There's a little bit more flavors going on. They're not just clean for cleanliness sake. It's not like drinking a Bud Light or even like a Boston Lager from Samuel Adams. And it's like ultra like smooth and clean and just kind of has that palate refreshing thing. Ale can be forgiving a little bit in that regard.
Stouts and porters are brewed warm like IPAs, like ales are.
Mm-hmm. They're top fermenting at warmer temperatures.
Well, I suggest, just like any other hobby, that people do a lot of research.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. There's so much information and resources, and for people that are watching us here now, I'm sure they've seen some of these other YouTubers out there, like Bumpy Road Brewery, Beer Man. There's Eclipse Brewery. There's another one. I'm forgetting the name. I think it's 210 Brewing. What's another one? Those are like the big ones that I can think of off the top. There's Kev Mitchell that's from England that'll join sometimes with the late night in England with some of these other guys. Yeah, thrash metal, homebrew and barbecue. There are people out there that you can find on YouTube that do brewing, and a lot of those guys do what they call a brew day, a day of brewing, where maybe not the whole entire day of brewing. There's at least one video when they call it a brew day that they're going live or they're doing some filming during their brewing process. And if it's live, it's great because you might be able to ask them questions, but you shouldn't be too disappointed if they can't get right to your question right there and then, because they're pretty busy with the home brewing. So they're more likely to do a little bit of live, but a lot of it's just going to be filmed because it's such a labor intensive process. They have to watch this stuff when it boils, because otherwise you can have a mess on your hands if it boils over your pot. Not good.
Yeah, I think Damien told me about. He was telling me about malt liquor or the beer brewing industry in general. If it's 10.1%
for what
ABV.
Oh, what the regulation in my state.
Oh, you have a cap.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. What I was talking to you about was when a certain beer above a certain percentage cannot be called beer. It had to be called malt liquor by a federal regulation. Apparently, it was repealed at some point on the federal level, and it's now on a state-by-state basis. Here in Tennessee, it's beer's just divided up into two sections. 10% and below is regular beer. 10.1% and above is high gravity beer. Both are legally sold. There's no ABV limit, no ABV cap. Just regular beer are regulated on the municipal level by beer boards, so town, city, county. High gravity beer is by the Tennessee Alcohol Beverage Control, which also controls wine and liquor. So Tennessee's really laxed and really simplified alcohol laws here recently in the past 5-10 years.
Yeah, John, our other buddy John Anilli lives in the Noonan. Is that the name of the town in Georgia? And he can't even. I forget what it is. I think if it's 13 or maybe like 12, anything up to like maybe 12%, he cannot buy it. But he can go 10 minutes to the next county over and then just buy whatever he wants. So he can't even buy bottles of like alcohol or liquors. He can't even do that. So they make these products. I think he was talking. He's done some of these reviews. They're called Brookstone or something. They're like not really alcohol like liquors, but they're like these fortified wines or whatever that are trying to mimic the flavors of other spirits. And I think they are produced for those kind of counties and towns that aren't allowed to sell liquor, but they can sell a near liquor style product that kind of tastes identical. It's very strange.
Interesting.
Noon in Georgia.
Oh, and the other thing I was telling you about the other night was in Kentucky, there's this place called Liquor Barns where they sell beer, wine, and liquor all in the same place. And when you go to it, on the outside, it looks pretty cool. It looks just like a big barn on the outside, but when you go inside, it's like a grocery store with all the booze in the entire world.
Wow.
And like the first half of the store is your basic groceries and essentials. But when you go to the other half of the store, all your stuff is categorized. You have all your vodkas on this aisle. You have all your rums on this aisle. Then you have all of your scotches and whiskeys on this aisle. Then you have like all the wines subdivided by that aisle. And then they have this huge fucking beer cooler in the back of the store. I mean, when you walk in, it is anything and everything you could think of in the friggin' world for beer. They have everything in single 25 ounces all the way up to like 36 packs. Not the 30 packs, the 36 packs. And they have extensive create your own 6-packs for the singles. I mean, it is phenomenal. The only time I've ever been to a liquor barn was when we went to Lexington, Kentucky, which is about 2 hours east of Louisville. And I gotta say, next time we're in Kentucky and we're up that way, we're stopping at a liquor barn, and I'm gonna buy probably the whole fucking store.
They should, fill your trunk up. They should really open up more branches of that. Could you imagine if they really went hog wild in every state?
Yeah, they did have a liquor barn here. I think it was in Johnson City. I think it's where it was. I don't know if there's any liquor barns still left here in Tennessee, but we'll see. I'm gonna go over to the bathroom. I'll be.
So let's see here.
Tune. It looks very tired.
I'm going to give you a link here real quickly on the private chat of our program here on StreamYard, and literally the Kentucky Brew Review, KY Brew Review. I don't know if anyone's heard of that. They're beer reviewers and alcohol reviewers they're like my age and Michael Hilton's age and Gary's age from Kentucky, and they actually did a store overview of the liquor barn. What's going on? What's up? Let's talk to him. Cheers.
Yeah, we have Michael Hilton from San Francisco, California.
He's a self-destructive Looney Tune. What?
He is the man. Sometimes the man on the terrace.
What?
He does his show.
Dave, sorry, man. It's just I don't I don't like to respond to people just right off the bat. You know, I try to just keep it mainstream. I try to just keep it calm, and I try to respond to people when the day's done. You know what I'm saying? It's just sorry about that, man. Just try not to take it personally. It's just I try not to respond to people by daytime, because when I do that, man, it's just I feel like I give everything away, or something.
Give everything away. What do you have? You have secrets? You have many secrets?
Maybe some secrets, yeah. I'm fucked up. What's going on, you guys?
Yeah, but you're hold on for a second. Let me look at this photo. Wait a minute. Is that Joe Biden trying to inhale the scalp of Joe Biden?
You're damn right, sir.
Send that to me. Send that to me on Messenger or something.
I can probably find that photo again, yeah.
Oh, I did my Donald Trump, Joe Biden, and Bernie Sanders impersonations today. Oh, man, people thought that was fucking hilarious.
Joe Biden is inhaling himself instead of inhaling a young girl. Thank you.
He's that creepy, people.
Maurice, was that Maurice Chevalier?
Yeah, in all honesty, I don't... Oh, for God's sake.
What about the demonic Eric Fraunfelter?
Okay, there you go.
There's John Anoa'i.
What about
Safety
Nancy,
first.
What about Nancy Pelosi? Getting a haircut?
You know,
Yeah,
I'd be curious if someone went into your hard drive just to see what pictures you have. I feel sorry for the hacker that breaks into your computer.
It's Kyle. Now, Nancy Pelosi forced open, probably nagged the hell out of the owner, forced open a hair salon so she could get her hair done without a mask.
What a Looney Tune.
And it was supposed to be closed. The hair salon was supposed to be closed.
Lockdown and quarantine for thee, but not for me.
Not for me. She's an elitist. Now, I knew something was up with her when she started nagging the hell out of Congress to make her Speaker of the House. I remember that. She said, I want to be Speaker of the House again. They were saying you were already Speaker of the House in the past. Let somebody younger, let somebody new be the Speaker of the House. She's demanding, I'm the Speaker of the House.
Does anybody remember that time that she tried to get Congress to authorize her to be able to have her own private jet when she was the Speaker of the House the last time? Holy crap.
Holy shit. Is that true?
Yeah, it's 100% true. Luckily, people said, fuck that.
Just her. Just her.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's what I've been trying to tell everyone. It seems like no one really wants to listen to blatant double standard. I guess that on that one. Lockdown and quarantine and rules for thee, but not for me. But what I was getting at earlier was with the homeless people. I mean, they live in a breeding ground that would breed COVID-19, but yet they're not getting it and they're not dropping dead from it. So that's what I was getting at.
Yeah, but you need big, colossal, hairy brass balls to ask for a private jet.
Mm-hmm.
The only person in the House of Representatives that's allowed to have a private jet, and let me guess, the taxpayers were going to pay for this private jet?
Of course, who else would pay for it? They're sure as hell not going to pay for it.
Now, Nancy Pelosi, is she in reality nothing but a tick turd?
Pretty much. It is true.
Yeah, and she's an old bag.
Factcheck.org in 2008. It is true that Nancy Pelosi travels from California 3 times a week on a private jet at a cost. Oh, so she already did it. Or is it true? Is it true? If it is true, if it's true that she does that 3 times a week on a 200-seat private jet, it would cost the taxpayers $60,000 per flight, and if so, it would cost a total of $480,000 per month, or $5.7 million a year.
So, Copper Divining Rods, you agree with 100% of what Eric Fraunfelter just said about Nancy Pelosi? What a piece of shit she is. That's why she talks. That's why she talks like.
Well, she also looks like she's got shot up with a bunch of Botox collagen, and she's using Gorilla Glue to keep her eyebrows upright.
Yeah, and she looks like a deer in the headlights, like you know, like she's got that.
Yeah, bye, Michael.
You know, yeah, deer in the headlights. Now, is it going to be a totally mad world, insane asylum, when Joe Biden debates Donald Trump very soon?
No, that was not a definitive yes at the meeting.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, Trump would give Biden his ass on a silver platter in a debate.
Is that true?
Not with Trump's profuse lying every day.
Well, I'm just saying, to the American people, they'd say, yeah, Biden got his ass handed to him.
It's going to be even Steven.
You know what's true, Divine Rods.
I'm a disciplinarian, a masker, and social distancing. So I would say it's going to be an even. They're going to duke it out. It's going to be pretty close, because Trump is he's just not pathological. He's a deliberate liar.
So the story years ago comes out. We're going back to that story really fast. The story comes out that lady Nancy Pelosi there has used Air Force planes as her private jets and taxpayers' money, as well as taken family and trips on foreign lands and to California. All of these, plus adding luxurious parties on board the plane, are all paid for by taxpayers. Do you believe that, Divining Rods?
Yes. Oh, so in other words, why hasn't the mainstream media revealed this to the American taxpayer? Is it because the mainstream media is in cahoots with the elite? Yeah, so you got to make it a yes, no. Yeah, unless you have a Ouija board, but I won't mess with that.
So she should be able to tell everybody else that they're wrong, but then she can do whatever she wants, right, Divining Rods? Wow. No. She should not be able to do that.
She's the hippiest hypocrite in Washington.
She's from San Francisco. Of course she's a hypocrite. I didn't even realize it until just now. She's 80 years old this year. She's 80 years old.
So she's a sea hag. I mean, she's an old bag. That was on Popeye. She's a sea hag. I mean, an old bag that has the. Is she a Democrat? Narcissistic, egomaniacal, female counterpart of Donald Trump, Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, and I'm surprised how the two do not actually hate fuck.
Hate fuck. Now, I don't think Joe, Divining Rods, I doubt it, but do you think Joe Biden would want to inhale Nancy Pelosi's scalp from behind?
Ew.
No, right. What about Kamala Harris? Even though she's married, would he try to sniff her hair?
No.
Okay.
Oh, it seems like he wants to talk to the unsuspecting ones.
So, in other words, does he have some strange pedophilia deep in his subconscious, Joe Biden? He does.
I mean, if the corn pop story, along with the blonde hairy legs and the children jumping in my lap and cockroaches story, wasn't evident enough, I don't know what is.
Corn pop. Oh, and he said cockroach. I know all about cockroaches after he said the black kids had his hairy legs. I like kids jumping on my lap. He said, now, there are many photos and videos of little girls pushing him away, trying to embrace them from behind. You notice, is there, in other words, does the mainstream media deliberately not show these videos?
Yeah.
Because
I believe that.
Is it because the pandering, corrupt, politically correct neoliberals pretty much have a strong hold over the media? Yes. This country really is fucked up. Is it not, Divining Lance?
Yeah, this country is fucked up. Physically and psychologically, it's fucked up.
Are we the laughing stock of the world? Well, of course we are. Look at what this country's made up of.
Of course we are.
Now, you know, divining rods, they make these realistic wigs for women, hair extensions, that feel like real hair. Do you think that they would make a ton of money if they created Donald Trump wigs, you know, that stupid orange roadkill looking hair he's got? Yes.
Yeah, as part of my impersonation of Donald Trump, I said, if you really want to go for an authentic Donald Trump impersonation, you got to get that weird toupee, the Cheeto dust, and I even went over how to. Oh, you got that out.
Oh yeah.
You know, everyone, I'm Donald Trump, and everybody loves me. You're unpatriotic if you love the Donald. You're not patriotic if you love the Democrats. The Democrats, they're horrific, terrible people.
America, never protect your family. Let them fucking go burn in hell.
Well, you know, they always they use the word patriot like they use the word Christian. It's usually the opposite of what the word means. Like when Donald Trump called all of the victims of our past wars losers and suckers.
Well, they say that. I know Donald Trump would say a lot of shit, but I'm kind of having a little bit of doubting on that one.
No, I think he said it, and I think he's going to lose a lot of the veteran vote, and rightfully so. His pain is my pleasure. Well, actually,
I know what he said about John McCain, where he called him. What was it? The only reason why he's a war hero is because he got captured. Something. What was it? Something like that. I mean, yeah, I can understand him saying something like that, but to just say that, like,
he's a war hero because he got captured.
But I mean, that was a specific attack at John McCain. All right, but to just kind of have the full blown sweep across the board on all of them, even that would be a bit of a stretch, even for Donald Trump, as crazy as that might sound.
That about other people though too, homie. He keeps saying that about like everybody who's ever served. He keeps saying, don't wear a mask, don't try to hold the guard against other countries. Just even though somebody as combative as him, he doesn't try to show any consistency about it. Just he's very combative with other people, but then when he gets a chance, he's very defensive. And then he says, "Oh well, you." And
well, let's see if they produce the video. If they produce the video of him making that statement, and he can't make any excuses, and he said it.
That guy's fucking weak.
I mean, Joe Biden has a lot of.
Yeah, Biden's got a lot of skeletons in his closet, but another reason why I'm not saying that to defend Trump or to downplay the shit that he says, but here's one thing I do notice about Donald Trump. It seems like when he was saying like what he said about John McCain, it seems like he only says shit like that extent the people he doesn't like. If he likes you for whatever reason, he doesn't say anything like that, which is part of that behavior, but also kind of strange.
Well, if you kiss his ass and you stroke his ego, he loves you. He loves you. Oh, by the way, Michael,
Eric, why the fuck you have a picture of a Blake TV, man? It's just
because he's the man. He needs to be on every stream all the time.
What's going on, dude?
I'm beating coronavirus. I'm drinking quinine. All right.
There you go, quinine. All right, tonic water.
Featuring Tanqueray gin.
Oh, a little Tanqueray too. That expedites the absorption. I mean that speeds up the absorption of quinine into your cells.
It speeds up the absorption of something, doesn't it? Yeah.
Hey, Mike Hilton, did your condo get bigger? It looks like the rooms are far, far away.
Here's the condo, guys.
I think your condo grew.
You got an upstairs? What the? All right.
And I'm also watching The Dark Knight.
He's got a nice place. He's got a lovely place, and he's got a nice terrace too.
James, sorry about that earlier, man. It's just I'm telling you guys, I can't respond to everybody. Just somebody sends me a message.
I can't send you a message because you got
Testing the mic.
Because you blocked me and you took me off your friends list.
Oh no, you're unblocked, dude.
On what?
You're unblocked, dude. You're
good. Okay. Are you still on are you back on the friends list?
Yeah, you're
all right, good, man. All right, good. Yeah, no, what I'm saying is there's something very relaxing about your terrace when you're out there in the daytime and you're doing your show.
Well, that's why I do the beer reviews.
It's nice. It's a nice background set, especially when you got to go in and out and you have trouble with the sliding door. It gets stuck sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes that sliding door doesn't really work.
Oh shit, I forgot stuff. Oh shit, and you're like, this damn door. And you're like this. Now, what's his name? Eric Fraunfelter brought a very, and I think Damien owns.
Fine, honey.
No, not a girl. Girls. No, he brought a beer, a hilarious can of beer with a funny looking kid on it, and there's a song on it, a German song, and he sang it, and it was hilarious.
I mean, this kid.
It was the funniest. Yeah, that's the kid.
Augustus Gloom.
He's and the song was hilarious.
Drupa Dupa Dupity D. Here's in October. Fest beer for something crazy crap.
Not to say anything negative about Germans, but that guy looks like he could have been in the Hitler Youth. Just saying.
Jojo Rabbit.
Schlotzen Google or whatever that beer was called.
It was literally called Shits and Giggles.
Shits and Giggles is the name of the beer. And there's a song, and he sang the whole song. I mean, it was, and then he said, "There's a lyric in the song that says you will enjoy it in a can."
Even in a can.
I bet that's what they sing at the. The Nazis had this stud farm to produce Aryan babies, and Damien knows about the stud farm. Where they took the perfect Aryan men and the women, and they say, you go stay here for a while and make babies.
They're idiots. Those people are idiots because they're fearless.
I would love to do that for a living.
Their fearless leader didn't have blonde hair or fucking blue eyes.
Let's talk sex, baby. Let's talk.
I better not say anything.
Right? No,
but he didn't have blonde hair nor blue eyes.
I mean, Damien, if somebody offered you,
his life took a drastic turn because he made it take a drastic turn mentally when he didn't get into fucking art school.
Blonde hair and blue eyes.
He was heavily medicated.
Not me, bro.
Now, if somebody offered you a high salary just to be a stud on a stud farm to produce blonde-haired, blue-eyed kids, you take that job there, Michael Hilton, right?
Michael Hilton would.
I love blonde-haired women.
Yeah.
Girls.
They always got nice blonde-haired bodies, and just they always got.
Don't get too close; they'll hit you in your eye.
Well, blonde-haired girls, I know for a fact they don't have kinky pubic hairs. They have like long, wavy. They're like straight.
No, yeah, they're hot. No, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, some Asian girls have straight pubes too.
James, you gotta let go of that Asian fetish, man.
Did you say girls? Wait a minute. What?
Hey, look who it is, Johnny Womack. Oh, you know what Johnny Womack
$100 an hour for a fuck, and it was a great time.
You guys in that? He says like this, like he talked like Mike Tyson. You guys in that drinking? I go no.
No.
And then he left. As soon as I said no,
I stopped drinking.
That's funny.
I stopped drinking like 8. I'm done. I'm stopped drinking like 8 o'clock. I'm done.
Wait a minute. You stopped drinking after 8 p.m.?
Yeah, I'm fucking done. Homie.
You know what? You got to take. I don't blame you. You got to take care of your health. You only got one life to live. You know.
Sometimes I don't get drinking whenever I actually start drinking. Sometimes I don't get done until like 5 or 6 in the morning. But yet I'm a night.
Yeah, but that's because you get to sleep late like me. That's what it is.
I got one more week of that, and then I start the new job. Yeah.
Now you got the job?
Yeah, I got that job. All right.
Oh, good for you. I know you said that you felt like you really got the job. So
yeah, they were. I mean,
congratulations, dude.
There was another company that sort of talked that talk. I never even wanted the job in the first place. However,
that's cool, though.
They talked this whole talk, and they're like, "Oh yeah, out of 3 candidates, you're the most qualified." And I'm just like, "Holy fuck! I don't even want this job." Like, oh my god! So and then what have I heard from them? Nothing. So luckily that happened.
So you won't be able to provide Michael Hilton with the wake up service at 7 a.m.
Yeah, we can try. We can try again.
He's giving me the thing.
If you try to wake me up at 7 in the morning, you will get absolutely nothing because one, I do not disturb on, and 2, the only thing that goes off will be my alarm. So no matter how many times you call or text or message, you'll just be spamming wastelessly.
See, he's good. He'll read my message later. Then I gotta tell him. I like that.
I let it go to voicemail. I don't answer anything.
You can answer it later, people. It doesn't have to be immediately now. But I didn't bring that up. Madonna did.
About waking up Michael Hilton.
Best part of waking up is Mike Hilton on the phone. No.
No, what was that? I got eggs in the pan, cake. How did that go again? Thank God I'm a country boy. Cakes on the griddle. Life is nothing but a funny riddle.
God, I'm a country John Denver.
John Denver.
Let's see here. I got me a fine wife. I got me an old fiddle. When the sun's coming up, I got cakes on the griddle. Life ain't nothing but a funny riddle. Thank God I'm a country boy.
There you go. Cakes are on the griddle. You got to get up at 6 a.m.
Well, yeah, but my motto is why I put on Do Not Disturb to where only my alarm goes off. If someone really wants to get in touch with me, or someone really needs to get in touch with me, or if that's important, they'll come to my damn door and knock, or come to my window and wake me up.
Listen,
if it's not that important, then it must not be that important.
If you won the Powerball lottery, all right, you would get up at 6 a.m. and accept your check, like very proud of you.
Hey, there's no doubt. There's no doubt.
Now, am I going to say?
I'll just be like, just direct deposit into my account because I'm too lazy to get up and go do it right now.
Yeah.
Now I go right back to sleep.
Here's the routing number. Here's my account number.
Here's my
direct deposit. I only deal with direct deposit, which you know what? China has practically a cashless society now. They do the apps and everything and direct depositing.
Yeah.
You know, everything is with an app.
Oh, yeah. That's all right.
There's a lot of apps.
Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Hilton and his armpit. Woo!
No, he's got the mysterious, exotic, what do you call nocturnal lighting going on?
Nocturnal. All right, I like how you put that.
Nocturnal. I didn't say nocturnal emissions. I said nocturnal lighting.
Oh, that took a turn.
Ron D. Jeremy. Remember when he got?
He got really offended. You kept calling him Ron Jeremy.
He got so brainwashed by hearing about Gabriel Solias calling him Ron D. Jeremy that he actually put his name on one of the shows, Ron DeJarmo.
Oh, did you saw that stupid thing that Gabriel Salaya sent me? He sent me our good buddy Gabriel Salaya that never joins anybody's streams anymore, but just chats with everybody on Facebook. Sent me a screenshot from Amazon.com, and it was a mug, and the mug's got a rainbow on it, and it says, "Bitch, please, I'm so fucking fabulous. I piss glitter and shit rainbows." I'm like, holy crap. Gabriel Salaya, you never cease to amaze, do you? Okay, bye, Michael.
Well, I mean,
it's the Mexican in them. They never cease to amaze us.
He knows everything about the porn industry.
And it's $11.99. You know what it says? You know what it says on that Amazon listing? It's Amazon's choice for glitter coffee mug. If you want a glitter mug, you go buy that one. All right.
Gabriel told me about every porn star that won every specific award going back to the 70s and 60s, when they had stupid music in the 70s porn movies.
Did he really do that? What?
He knows every fine detail about porn.
That's kind of odd.
I could do Juvenile Delinquent.
What? Wow.
He's not connected.
I mean, to be quite frank, for him to know so much about porn, he sure as hell does not have a very strong forearm like Popeye.
Ew.
You're going to have a strong forearm like that to be able to really tolerate that much porn. But remember the spoof 1970s porno I did?
He would have to have one forearm a hell of a lot larger than the other.
Yeah, remember the spoof 70s porno I did featuring Polyester Pam, Marlboro Mike, T-Top Camaro, T-Top Thomas, and there was one other one, and it was just them running around in the T-Top Camaro and polyester, just smoking Marlboros, and they never ended up having sex because they were a bunch of growlers, and plot twist, they all died of lung cancer in the 90s.
And they all look like Tom Selleck.
Yeah, pretty much.
In the 70s.
Yeah, you all remember when I did that?
Senior citizens.
Remember the polyester bell-bottomed slacks that they wore back then? Plaid.
I wasn't around.
Yeah, my mom and dad drug out some of the clothes they wore in the 70s, and needless to say, and I thought I was a generously skinny person at one point. Oh no, my mom and dad were once skinny as twigs. Because when I tried putting this on when I was only 160 pounds, back when I was only like 16, 17, and I put these things on, I literally was just like, okay, I've got bell bottoms on. And then I walked around the house and just kind of wore them for a little bit. They washed them beforehand. And finally, I just came back to one of them and I said, how in the hell did you all wear these? And how in the hell did anybody have any kids or sex in the 70s? Just how? I said, all the itching would deter people enough to say, you've either got crabs, you got an STD, I don't want nothing to do with you.
Now, did they tell you about the leisure suits, the infamous leisure suits?
Leisure suit Larry. Yeah.
No, polyester is enough for me. The
polyester, it wasn't comfortable material. It wasn't comfortable at all. It was horrible. It was it didn't really breathe. It was like a little better than wearing plastic garbage bags. Oh, the Bee Gees. There you go.
The Bee Gees. All the Bee Gees are dead now.
Staying alive.
Apparently, that's going to be just everyone's goal from now on.
Staying alive.
Mm-hmm. That's a life goal. Staying alive.
Remember, John Travolta said, "You messed up my hair." And his father hit him in the head. What are you doing? I messed up my hair. It took me a long time to get my hair this way.
Yeah, speaking of John Travolta, I was watching Pulp Fiction the other night, and I never realized just how much of a running gag there was in Pulp Fiction. Seems like whenever Vincent would go to the bathroom, he either A, lost his hearing completely and just became deaf by virtue of going to the bathroom, or B, he has very, very disturbing gun negligence, considering the fact that he, I don't know, left a fucking suppressed Uzi on a counter when he went to go take a shit, and then he shot Marvin in the face by having his finger on the trigger of his 1911 while riding in a car.
Oh, geez. Now, Mr. Mr. BGBs. That's a tongue twister. Am I gonna get muted for copyright infringement?
Oh, if you're gonna put it that way, probably.
All right, because
We'll play off air, my man. Well, yes, that goes with we had a conversation about the Bee Gees. So if you're off air, well, we'll play.
Yeah. Now, if you're gonna, if you want to sing that song from the beer can, like if you want to hold it up,
that beer can is long gone in the recycling bin. Well, we'll do it next time.
I mean, I'll sing it with you.
Here's an Oktoberfest beer for you. There you go.
Stay alive, stay alive.
The shits and giggles beer.
It's the name of the
with the kid from the child, the Nazi stud farm. What the hell is it? Yeah.
Or the Hitler Youth Camp.
Yeah,
we'll go with the Hitler Youth
Rabbit.
Camp. Yeah, the Hitler Youth Camp. You know, schooly rabbits can be litter trained. You know, domesticated rabbits. People really don't know that. You could put a litter box out and they'll go in the box. Yeah, I don't know. You know what's for you animal lovers out there. You ever see these videos where people have a cat, a rabbit, a dog? They all get along perfectly. They're all playing. You know, there's no issues. I think chances are they might have been raised together when they were young. You know, puppies, kittens, and little schooly wabbits. Now, I think that okay. So Damian Owens is going to get a really nice beer kit, and now Eric Fronfelter is going to get a really nice beer kit. Now, this is pretty exciting because you never know where this might take us. You know, I'm coming up with own crazy names for your beer. You can have. The only problem is the artist that does your label will probably want too much money. So,
well, I mean, I can write a decent story, and I can do some programming. Now, if I want to take some drawing lessons, which I might just design my own label. I mean, to quote Jeremy Clarkson from Top Gear as well as the Grand Tour, how hard can it be? Famous last words.
Yeah, because I've seen some really simplified craft beer labels on cans. I mean, real like a child did it. And, obviously, they just probably didn't want to pay the big bucks for some artists to do something, you know, fancy like I don't know. Take any of those craft beers with fancy labels.
Right.
They can afford to splurge and pay the artists.
Yeah, I definitely want to do something with my beers. We'll see what happens. I found a really good kit for around $200, and it's not cheap, but it's not really super expensive. It has everything I really need to get me started. I'm only going to be working with like a gallon or two for what I'm going to be doing, unless I open up a brewery. This is probably just going to be for personal batches. So
5
gallon.
We'll see what happens.
A gallon would be sufficient for you, because
a gallon or two. We'll see.
5.
Well, if you put
standard,
try 5 gallons. Well, you can get a 5-gallon bucket from restaurants if you want to go. If you want to make something out of a plastic.
Well, there's different jars and containers that you can put all the different beers in. So I'll probably just end up doing something like that because I'm gonna stick with just doing about 1 to 2 gallons, just so that way I can go ahead and start doing the trial run. Five will be a bit much at first because if I really screw something up, I really don't want to pour most of it down the drain.
I mean, that's just what's gonna be probably available for brewing kits and equipment. I'm thinking maybe there could be 3, maybe. Usually, you don't just see like a gallon at a time for brewing equipment and brewing supplies, but you might see 3, maybe. I don't know.
Well, if you make a beer or an ale or a stout with an image of a Confederate officer, do me a favor, put J. Tyrio's.
Tyrio.
I'm just trying to think what really could I make that he would really like because he's not very picky.
I think for the first beer, you should make some and you'll be able to find the recipe. And you're going to want to don't go all gung-ho about this because it's your first time out there. Get your feet wet and then go gung-ho later. Don't get me wrong on that. I would like to go gung-ho, but it's not. We're not trained on beer brewing yet. I like a stout. Probably do some kind of dry Irish stout, or maybe even like a red ale that can utilize some extracts where it's easier to brew for the first time and to just get your feet wet into that process. And then once you get a little bit comfortable in brewing, then experiment with the styles that you really love and really do want to try.
I'm going to use the real stuff, no extracts.
Like if you're going to make a.
All right, have fun the first time ever. I don't want to make
holiday. If you're going to make a holiday Christmas stout or porter, you can add star anise, cardamom, a little nutmeg, cocoa powder, cinnamon. You know, which is like chai. To be honest with you, it's like chai.
Wait a minute, I got a special announcement from Michael Hilton. Special announcement, Michael.
Wake the fuck
Hold
up!
on.
Wait a minute, here we go.
Wake the fuck up!
Ooh.
Wake the fuck up!
Oh,
Wake
he
up.
did. Oh, he yelled.
Yes, yes. This one yells. It's your wake up call.
Is that what you called him early in the morning?
Sure.
Really? Oh, you take that. Oh, that's cool. Is that?
Holy shit, Eric.
Oh, trust me, if I started hearing Allah Akbar and shit was exploding, I'm grabbing my AR, my AK, and shit's gonna start getting real quick.
How is Eric Frauenfelder in hell doing the barbecue Hawaiian luau with Satan, like on South Park? Lukey.
Well, I'm glad they're talking about that because can you just imagine what George Carlin said? How about grandmas in hell baking pies without an oven?
Lights went out on Eric, man.
Baking pies without an oven.
Let's go out on Broadway.
You know what pies I like? When you go to the countryside, they sell those real deep dish blueberry or apple pies or
oh yeah.
They do
huckleberry, whatever berries they use out yonder.
They do a hot sauce called blueberry. They do a hot sauce called blueberry hell. And it's just I want to do the blueberry hell.
I saw the blueberry. It wasn't stout. It was a blueberry IPA.
Oh no! They do a hot sauce called blueberry hell.
Hot dog. Actually, it's funny you mentioned hot dogs. I got real expensive, organically grass-fed beef.
I would like a spicy hot dog.
Foot-long hot dogs for tomorrow's Memorial Day.
Ghost pepper hot dog.
And
They'll make you fart your brains out, my man.
no, it's got a snap when you bite it. It's like the beef is like no hormones, no antibiotics, grass fed, everything pristine, blah 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 blah. No nitrates, no nitrites. They're foot longs. They cost $8 a package. They're really good. It's like Ralph Cramden said, it pays to buy the best.
Wait a minute, what?
Oh, so far. You know what I just realized? I forgot to put my tablet on the charger last night, so my battery's about to die.
Oh shit!
Well, we've been at it about 2.5 hours. Oh, is there anything before it drops dead? Is there anything you want to ask Damien, the divining rods?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Hold on, let me. Delinquent is trying to come back.
Oh, I got a question.
Well, we can add him back here in a minute. Okay, so copper divining rods. So, my plan that I have for lawsuits, are they actually going to go to fruition?
I don't believe that. Divining rods is the one we call Michael Hilton sober. All right, very good.
All right, let's see here. So, copper divining rods. So, when I file my lawsuits, I will win them?
No. Oh, damn! Jerry. Divining
All
rod.
right.
I in hell.
So when I file these lawsuits and I win, will I actually get a really good lump sum of money?
Nah, it's a lie right there. Come on, divining rods.
Yep.
No, and the reason why I'm asking is because when I was at my family get together, I told my mom and my aunt, who is pretty well knowledge when it comes to the legal system to a pretty good point. They recommended what kind of lawsuit I can actually file and under what, and I didn't come to think of it in that regard, but I actually looked up what they were talking about. I'm like, you know what? They actually got some points on that.
That's good. That's good. You know what? It doesn't hurt to pick brains. It doesn't hurt because you never know.
Can physically.
What recommendation you will get from people. Friends, relatives,
Right.
or strangers. You never know. But that first guy you saw was definitely a shyster. The first guy he saw wanted $80 Eric for a consultation fee, and he says, "You don't have a case. You're living in you're not living in the real world. You're idealistic." He said, "You're idealistic."
Well, when I told my mom about it, she did get upset a little bit. Not necessarily at the fact that it happened, and she kind of got upset about the fact that it happened, but she asked, "Why didn't you call me about it?" I said, that's not really something that you call someone over the phone and tell them about, or talk to someone by text over. That's something you actually talk about with someone in person. And she said, "That's understandable."
Yeah. Now Eric is a starship captain,
and it's froze
in the Andromeda galaxy, maybe. I don't know what galaxy he's in, but you know what I could picture you? I could picture your starship being shaped like a beer bottle, and then I can picture Michael's starship being shaped like
I'm the starship of Jefferson Airplane, motherfuckers.
All right, I've only got like 5% left of my battery, so I'm gonna go ahead and hop off of here.
Godspeed to you.
I'll see you down yonder.
All right, yeah, I'll see y'all later.
Bye bye.
See you, Damien.
All right, yeah, see you.
Comrade, the comrades. It was a very invigorating show, to say the least.
Incoming transmission.
But I feel like, James, I feel like Joe Biden doesn't have this election in the bag, man, because I see some of the polls. And
when they debate,
everything's going to change.
Trump's got
Hell no, it's not all that. She's over
Biden's perverted stuff, and he's got Biden's volcanic pedophilia stuff, and Biden has Trump's millions of lies that he has told every day since day one.
What do you think, John? What do you think there, Alex? Well, I don't know.
Hey, is that a Starship?
I'm in the Millennium Falcon.
Oh. Wouldn't that be cool if... Now, do you really have to have a green screen behind you?
I don't have a green screen behind me.
Oh, so I could pretty much do the same stuff.
That's a nice green screen.
Yeah, that
Not
geek,
a mean screen, but a green screen.
that pencil neck geek that runs StreamYard, a scrawny, annoying guy that looks like a fucking praying mantis. He says you got to have a green screen, but evidently Eric doesn't use a green screen.
No, Eric just box everybody else.
Now, do you see what can go wrong? Well, Eric already knows the answer. Mike, do you see what can go wrong on some of those beer review shows? By all those ham and eggers that think they're experts out there, and they go live, and they have a bunch of people on. And then everybody has too much to drink, and they start talking at the same time and arguing. And stuff.
I think maybe they got a point though. I don't know.
He was on one of their programs earlier. Yeah, the craft beer pours. I mean, I like those people. They're cool. They get down, but you can't get down too heavily if you don't mean to do that.
Yeah, well, you gotta be. Yeah, there has to be decorum. Like, in other words, Joe Blow from Idaho.
What?
He brought an Imperial pumpkin. I'm saying that because I like them. An Imperial pumpkin.
Idaho.
Hey, Alex, how you doing there, Alex, buddy? An Imperial pumpkin ale. Okay, now let's say it's by Pump King, which is a Southern company, Southern brewery. They have a stout called Warlock. Let's say it's called Warlock, and everybody. Let's Joe Blow from Idaho give his review. Now, Joe Blow from Idaho should be able to give his complete review without being shouted out and stuff like that. I might as well leave it for Alex. I mean, we've been on for 1,000 years. All right, that's the. Oh no, that's not the link. I'm sorry. Hold on. That's not the link. That's something else. Hold on. I left the wrong thing. I left the wrong thing.
This is Sparta!
What is Ronald Sutton called Nina? Where's Nina?
She's in the state of Rhode Island, all right?
I know. No, I did a couple nice shows with her. She's actually very intelligent. And we did some pretty educational shows.
She's the huge macro lager beer fan.
She likes macro? Oh,
yes.
Tell me it's not so. That's very disappointing.
That's very true.
That's very disappointing. She drinks, but she drinks Narragansett and all the local stuff, right?
That's a lager beer. That's a macro lager beer right there.
They're macros?
Pretty much, but I think that's a pretty good beer. However, that is.
I don't think she has anybody that she would hold in high esteem to introduce her to really good quality craft beer. Like it's instead of some local alcoholic from the place that she hangs out at. If a real man, a real macho man who can
Woo.
You know, macho man, I wanna be. Yeah, I mean, introduce her to quality craft beer. Then she would appreciate it. Now, okay, you're welcome to join there, Alex. Unless you're on one of those other shows talking about beer and cheese and stuffed olives and what do you call Cracker Jacks and you know what I'm gonna have after the show? I got 2 jars of pickled herring.
Wow.
Ooh.
Dill. Pickled herring marinated in dill.
James, are you chasing the heat, dude?
I got so much hot sauce and taco sauces and frickin'. If you saw the quesadillas I've been making,
How the Trader Joe's habanero hot sauce go?
all right, this is what I did.
How the habanero hot sauce from Trader Joe's go?
Excellent. This is what I did all week. I got the Trader Joe's corn tortillas, the best tortillas I ever used, Mike. Corn tortillas. They're thick and they taste fantastic. I got the Trader Joe's shredded Mexican cheese blend. Okay, not expensive. It's called Mexican, I think, cheese blend. All right. First thing I do, I put all the different taco sauces in the middle of the taco. I mean, in the middle of the tortilla. The tortilla is on the skillet, right? I put the heat on low. All right. All the sauces go first.
Yeah.
Then I put the sometimes I put refried beans. The Trader Joe's refried beans. It's called salsa style refried beans. It's got refried beans with salsa mixed in there. Then I put some of that. Then comes the cheese. I put a lot of the cheese.
Oh.
So then when I press the second tortilla down on top of it, I press it down and get everything mixed. This way, when the cheese melts, it seals in the sauce that's on the bottom, the refried beans, or if you're doing a fish, let's say you're doing a fish quesadilla, you put you cook your fish fillet separately. Put that right on the sauce, hot sauce, fish fillet, cheese. Boom.
Oh man, that sounds good.
Sounds like a saw. It sounds like you're at a lumber mill. Oofa, oofa, oofa. I put the StreamYard link and he doesn't click on it.
I told him to join it.
What do I put the link on there for?
I gave him a link privately, and then I just hit him up on the Marco Polo application to tell him to join us.
What?
He got the memo from me.
Because I mentioned he's got a messy bed when he does the show and behind him all the time.
I'm in 3D. We are 3D.
Ronnie S is here. Ronnie Simpson. Ronnie, I heard you had your hair slicked back like a doo-wop singer. Ronnie Simpson. I heard it like what do you call Bob? Not Bob's big boy. The evangelist Peter Popoff. He has his hair slicked back.
Popoff.
I think that's Tom 35.
Peter Popoff sells. He says, well, he doesn't sell. He says, if you donate money to me, I will send you the miracle spring water that will change your life. Oh.
What?
He's actually really good.
I like bricks, but I like the darker red.
It's another brick in the wall.
Another brick in the wall.
It's just another brick in the wall.
Another man on the terrace. Another Michael on the terrace. I don't need no early phone call.
You don't need no gratification.
I don't need no wake-up calls. I'm just another Mike on the terrace. Anyway, on S.
I've always said that. all along, just the brick in the wall.
Now, John, any news from Johnny Womack? Any words of wisdom from Johnny Womack?
None.
Hey,
Is there any words of wisdom?
Hey, guess what? Yeah, I picked up a new escort the other day, and she's hot. She's my new girlfriend. Yeah, this is Johnny Womack. She's my new girlfriend. I picked up an escort. Hey, I can drink you under the table. Hey, I can drink a whole case of malt liquor. I bet you can't do it. Does that sound like him?
Kinda, yeah.
Essence, I guess.
What's going on here? Alex the Beer Master is here. Holy shit, look at him. He's got a blue.
What is going on, Alex?
He's got the spotlight going on.
What is up, my friend? What is up, Eric? Thanks for the link.
Got it.
Madonna. Thanks for that.
All right, we got Alex. We got Michael Hilton. We got Thomas Metal.
You can't even see that.
Ronnie S. Stop by to say hi.
We did, yes.
It's Ronnie.
Ronnie with the devil.
Yeah. So anyway, I guess I got Michael hungry talking about all our food. He's ready to heat something up.
He's chowing down on Wendy's or something.
I was talking about how I made my quesadillas last week. Holy crap!
That ought to be a Food Friday with Alex.
I got tons of Japanese noodles I can do the so many.
Whoa!
Don't overheat that in the microwave. Are you gonna eat it cold? It's too cold.
Cold buns. All right.
Wow, nuke it for 30 seconds or 20 seconds.
No, he's too far gone for that.
Cold jumbo
Where
burger.
are you too far gone? What are you talking about, Eric?
Look at him. He looks like he's doing a choice right now.
You know what's good? Burger King once in a big while has barbecue pulled pork sandwiches.
At Burger King?
2 for $5.
At Burger King? All right.
They blow away McRibs by a mile. They're big.
I had never had a McRib. I've never had a desire to ever try the McRib sandwich.
I don't think it's real.
Is that really a rib? Is that really rib? Is that really a rib?
No, it's not a rib. I don't even know if it's pork. It could be patéed roadkill for all I know.
Patéed roadkill. Yikes.
Well, actually, McDonald's Chef Jamie Oliver did videos about McDonald's so-called mystery meat, and you don't want to watch them.
I don't think so.
You never go to McDonald's. Now, Burger King and Wendy's and I hate to say it, White Castle. Let me tell you about White Castle. They don't advertise, but they have fantastic sweet potato fries, and they have fish nuggets, codfish nuggets, and fried clam, and they have breakfast sandwich.
Hey, James, I love White Castle, but I've never had their sweet potato fries. I love sweet potato fries, so if I ever get a chance, I'll probably love them.
They got barbecued pulled pork, fried clams, breakfast sandwiches, the best milkshakes you ever had. Big and thick.
Ooh.
Big and thick. That's what Johnny told the escort, right?
John Womack.
I'm gonna look at White Castle.
White Castle is fucking good. But they don't advertise really. I don't know.
Where is White Castle in New Jersey?
Yeah, we'll probably go by your zip, the satellite, picking up your location.
I would guess.
Google Maps will tell you.
Hey, Eric, can you do me a favor? Don't say it out loud, but can you look it up and see? You know where I'm at. Obviously, not here where I'm at now, but you know.
I can look. Yeah.
Yeah, like the nearest White Castle to where he is.
Yeah, he knows he knows one of my towns.
Yeah. The White Castle. Popeye's chicken is pretty decent too. I like Popeye.
I've had Popeyes. That stuff's good. That stuff's delish.
The side dishes are really nice. It's the smashed potatoes with pork gravy and everything. Dirty rice, red beans and rice. Mac and cheese. Their mac and cheese is excellent.
Well, I don't think I ever had their mac. I think I have. Actually, I have. I remember now. Yeah, because I like their French fries. Their French fries are a little bit of crispy.
Yeah, the real crispy Cajun flavored French fries. Yeah. They're good. They're good. Yeah, Popeyes can't be beat. I even had their barbecue chicken sandwich. You know, the pulled chicken.
Yeah, I've never had that one yet. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah. No, it's good. It really is good. But you know, I don't understand. Like when Burger King once in a huge while advertises those pulled porks, they sell fast. They like people going in there and they say, "Oh, we love it."
Are there no White Castles in the state of New Jersey? That doesn't sound.
Yeah, I got them over here.
What? It's like there's nothing close by to the area of Cherry Hill. Oh, wait a minute. Tom's River, Forkland River.
Oh, too far from him. Tom's River? No, that's by Seaside High.
That can't be very close to where Alex.
No, it's not close. It's freaking far from him.
There was nowhere near. Nothing was near Cherry Hill, New Jersey, though.
I looked up Cherry Hill White Castle. Then.
I just did that. Yeah, I did that.
And the movie came up, didn't it?
Let me try again.
The movie came up, didn't it? There's a movie about it. Or
south. You got to go 40 miles away to South Berwick, or South Brunswick, New Jersey.
Oh, that's wow.
Damn.
I never had Sonic in my life. Alex,
I've had it once. No, I've had it twice. I've had Sonic twice.
I've had Sonic before. It's delicious.
Good. It's only there's actually two northeastern New Jersey, two Sonics that I know of. A lot of White Castles, so.
Yeah, me and my uncle used to go there every time we went to Philly. We stopped there, get several burgers. And we used to get a lot of fries. Delicious.
Yeah, I like well done French fries. I like crispy French fries.
Yeah. Perfect. You know what makes a really good French fry about right now? Strangely enough, is Kentucky Fried Chicken. They got new French fry. I'm not talking about those wedges they used to make. No. They got this nice. It kind of does have like the Cajun style.
You know what I like at KFC? Their chicken pot pies are pretty decent.
I've not tried that. There's one next to there's one near my breakfast place.
Now
you just get the chicken sandwich with the pickle.
Austin Market used to have a great chicken pot pie. But you know what they did? They're using white potatoes as a cheap filler, so they give you less chicken.
Oh.
Just like
and then what happened is that Taco Bell got rid of an item called this dollar menu item called potato grillers. They got rid of it. It's like potatoes are a cheap commodity. You should be selling that thing still.
Yeah.
I love Taco Bell.
Bruh.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty fond of Taco Bell.
We gotta do Taco Bell and Food Fridays, Alex. That would be sweet.
We could do that one Friday. One Friday. Yeah.
Jack in the Box, all got it.
Never had Jack in the Box.
Jack in the Box is good.
Never had that. They're probably regional.
There's nothing. That restaurant is not around me in New England, I don't think.
Like in Florida, there's a lot of Denny's. There's a lot of Denny's in Florida and
diners, all night, all 24-hour a day diners.
No, there's like the old Howard Johnson.
Hojo.
Oh, I used to go there
to Hojo
after the clubs, like about 3:30 a.m. Me and my friends go to Hojo's. I get the blueberry pancakes. I get the bacon and ice cream. We get an ice cream sundae or a banana split.
What is going on?
I hear
None of that. Let's go.
I hear sucking sounds.
I don't think it's me. Let me pause myself and see what happens.
Sounds like Cookie Monsters gobbling down cookies. Why do they call lima beans and corn? What is it? Succotash? How did they get the word succotash for that? I mean,
I don't know what a tash is. That in any reason you will want to suck on a tash.
Suck on a tash.
So who is it, Eric? I'm trying to find out.
It's juvenile delinquent. Are you using your microphone? We can hear interference in the background.
Are you using the special microphone that you got through the mail? Wait a minute. Juvenile delinquent trying to. Oh, he must have froze.
Well, then I can do this.
Okay, he froze.
Look at that face.
Look like a goldfish.
He looks like what's the guy's name from The Simpsons? Sideshow Bob.
Oh, Kelsey Grammer does the voice. Yeah, Sideshow Bob.
Sideshow Bob. Oh,
Sideshow Bob.
Thank you for checking for me, Eric, because I know I had a White Castle in my area, but
I can get White Castle, like these little sliders, like in the frozen food section.
yeah, but there's still sliders even when you go to White Castle.
Yeah, I just don't have. Yeah, they don't produce White Castle locations here in New England. No.
There's no White Castle around here either.
Let me see if
I do like that Five Guys burgers and fries though. That's some good stuff.
Well, maybe we'll do a $5, the Five Guys burgers one day on a Friday. But this Friday it's going to be sliders. Just sliders, because I just realized that not everybody can get a White Castle anymore. So
yeah, you could not legitimately do a Food Friday with White Castle. No.
I mean, it could if you can get it in the frozen seconds.
That would be the only way to do it. Yeah, I think most people would end up joining that way.
Locations in South Jersey.
Oh, you're looking up White Castle, my man?
Yeah, he ain't giving up either. He's pretty slick. Let's check it out.
Okay, we're gonna check it out here.
White Castle.
Holy crap! You're right, Eric. He's got shit from Shinola. He's got Forked River, Monmouth Junction, Tom's River. More locations. Let me see what we got here.
I've had some good burgers.
We got South Amboy, no good. Howell Township, wherever the hell that is. South Plainfield, no good. East Brunswick, no good. Eatontown, no good. Metuchen, no good.
Burger King foot
no good. You know what? No good. Nothing, and I repeat, nothing remotely close to his area. I
appreciate it, my friend.
I hate to say it.
Yeah, but it's kind of weird that you have it near you and I don't have it near me anymore. It doesn't make any sense.
No, you, not me. You.
No. I'm saying you have it still near you, but I don't.
Yeah, like they have some in technically in South Jersey, but not your southwestern New Jersey, and they don't even have any down by Atlantic City. They don't even go that far down.
Wow, that's crazy. I don't even know if they ever were down there, but I just know they were around here at one point.
Yeah, I'm surprised because they are. It is a very affordable place to get great fast food. Okay, you got Tanqueray Gin and Tonic.
Yeah, I used what was I have the regular, the full flavored tonic water, but I finished up a little bit of Diet Schweppes. Diet, I don't care what. I mean, there are people that say even when it comes to Coke and Pepsi that they'll prefer the taste of. I can't imagine somebody actually legitimately like telling you straight face that they prefer the flavor of the diet beverage over the full the full caloric version of the beverage.
I hate the aftertaste of artificial sweeteners. It has a horrible aftertaste. I don't care if it's sucralose, aspartame.
My grandfather, God rest his soul, from World War II, he would always buy caffeine-free, the ones that come in the gold cans, in the 12 packs, caffeine-free diet Pepsi. I'm just like, what? So you're not only is it diet, but it's got no caffeine. It's losing all points right there. I'm like, what the hell?
Now, the original Coca-Cola actually had cocaine in it.
Yes.
He is correct on that. James P. Madonna won a score on that one. He is correct.
Please give me cock.
Yeah, it actually, the original Coca-Cola. AIDS kill? It's probably,
Wow, look who it is.
Wet dreams. Wet dreams. I mean, it looks like you.
So, yes, I'm drinking, though, John. There you go. I got Tanqueray and...
I got gin and apple juice.
Wow, you're sipping on gin and juice, laid.
Got apple juice, man. Got to have that.
My money and my money and my money. Wait a minute,
hey, you missed a chug. I beat miscellaneous and a beer chug today.
Miscellaneous and beer chugs. No, didn't see that today.
No, I said I beat miscellaneous and a beer chug today.
Oh! I saw the start of that. I never actually finished watching that. Holy crap. All right, well. What do you think of that, James P. Madonna?
I never drank a hurricane faster than that in my life. It was about 14.
Oh,
yeah. About 15 seconds. So, I don't know. Something like that.
Please give me cock. Oh, please give me cock. I want a cock.
Not a Coke. They're trying to say, this girl's trying to say Coke, and somebody took advantage of her accent.
And said cock.
Hey, please give me a cock. I want a cock. Oh, God. Okay, one more time, people.
Please give me cock. Oh,
please give me cock.
I want a cock.
I think Joe Biden would really love that recording.
Oh, my God. No.
Where did Ronnie go? I thought Ronnie was here.
He was.
I didn't even see
Ronnie. That was it. 20 minutes ago.
No, he just said hi. He didn't.
Hi, Ronnie. Ronnie.
Hi.
There's links everywhere. There's links on Google Hangouts. You can join us if you want. Sorry, I gave the link to.
No, I mean,
what a join. Well, I really went private with my man right down there, and he found it.
I found it.
Talking about.
But then again, I was already subscribed to him, so I saw that you were live too. So
Google Hangouts is not super public, so you're good. It's all the good people.
No White Castles down by Alex at all.
Damn, that's what I thought, Alex. Yeah.
Hey, you go to the frozen section. I guarantee you, they might have them in the frozen section.
They do.
You got to go to the frozen food aisle.
I mean, they're probably not as good, but this still counts.
I kind of remember them tasting good either way. It tastes the same to me.
No, they're gonna be good. They're gonna be good either way. But I mean, it's not like those fluffy White Castles.
Either way.
Yeah, they don't advertise like I was telling Eric. They really don't.
They used to advertise at 20, 25.
No, they did. They did. They did.
Yeah, the crate. They used to call it the crate bag, whatever they.
The what?
The crate package. It comes with 30 of them. I believe it's 30.
Huh.
Yeah, the crate. Yeah,
I've had that before, so I kind of know.
Yeah,
but it was 30.
The milkshakes are awesome.
Their little burgers are so fluffy and delicious.
Where can I
The most I ever ate was 20. I ate 20 White Castles one time.
Where can I order the milkshakes then? Because
not in the grocery store.
Yeah, I see them in the frozen food section. Like
I've seen them.
He said, yeah, I see them all the time.
You see White Castle milkshakes.
And no, not the
no.
It's just the burgers.
All right, you guys are with me.
I'm pretty sure you can order. You can order them online, the mix, and then you just put milk in it. I'm pretty sure you can.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe.
I'll just have Eric order it for me.
Whoa! Wait a minute.
Grubhub would charge.
I'm really kidding, Eric. Don't do it.
To deliver White Castle to Alex. It would cost a fortune for them to drive.
Don't do it. I'm only kidding.
You know what, Alex? You know what?
Actually, you're closer to Alex. It might be just worth the drive.
Hold on. You know what, Alex?
I'm just kidding. He's a joke, I guess.
Aren't you like close to Alex, anyways?
What are
Jesus.
you gonna say, Eric? What do you gotta say though? What are you gonna say? I hear you, but
Alex is near Philly, and I'm near New York, so we're pretty far.
Mm-hmm.
you didn't say we were far, James. You said we weren't that far away.
No, me and Alex are far. He's the suburb of Philadelphia, and I'm right across from Manhattan.
So they're like 500 miles away?
No.
Now, New Jersey is a small state. It's like about a couple, 2.5 hour drive, I think.
It's in the shape of a
That's
toilet
not
bowl. What do you
that's
know?
not far at all. Then I thought you meant like far. I live in Austin, Texas. Think about how far that is.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Austin to Houston or something, or San Antonio to
Houston.
Well, San Antonio is 45 minutes away from me, so.
Oh, hell no.
Mexican.
Oh man.
Ooh, all that, the river walk, right? All that Mexican food.
Yeah. I've been on the Riverwalk once.
Yeah, Mexican girls are cute. I like the ones that are dark, with shiny black hair. They got the native Aztec Mayan look to them.
Huh.
She was black as coal and she burned like fire. I linger. Remember that song?
I don't know that song.
Yeah, it was an old song.
Where I come from?
Yeah, it didn't last too long.
Oh, that's not nice.
He's going somewhere. Who knows where he's going? I haven't seen him in 2 years.
I already saw him today. He was on what is the Keep System stream? Keep System. Wow, I'm fucked up.
Keep sipping there, wet dreams.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make another drink in a minute.
Keep sipping.
New Jersey is shaped like an hourglass, to be.
You mean a toilet bowl? Oh.
Did I ever tell the story how I got tricked into getting an enema?
How do you get tricked?
You didn't do it, Eric.
Well, the girl's hot looking. The girl is really hot looking. Like if she's, especially if she's an exotic Asian girl, like a Lucy Liu kind of look.
They're not doing it. Don't be doing it.
What?
Coffee enemas.
I hope you're not ordering that stuff.
Absolutely
I was joking with you.
Oh no! Don't.
Hey Alex, do you know what an enema is?
What is that? I don't know.
Okay, that's where you have trouble pooping, where you stick a hose in and hot water up your butthole and makes you shit.
I never did that.
It's a. Well, I got tricked into that twice.
Don't worry, my shows are uncensored. You can say, you can let it all hang out.
What the? You mother! Hey, Jerry Springer.
Now, a coffee enema is very detoxifying for your colon.
But I got tricked twice in the same week to get 2 enemas done.
Alex, don't ever do an enema.
It'll change your life.
I will not be doing that. It's weird.
All right.
What about bleaching your asshole?
No, that's poison. I'm not going to put stuff in my body.
Okay, I think we're done.
And I'm surprised you're here. You're supposed to be with your girlfriend.
No, she's at work. She's at work now.
You can still work with her. I said that to you 1,000 times already.
No.
You haven't done
I
it
was
yet.
at Jeremy's stream for a while. You got, I don't know, like all those people, I don't even know who they are. So I was like,
I'll tell you, Eric, sometimes I want to go bang my head against the wall when it comes to wet dreams. I say to him, would you please go work with his girlfriend? But he hasn't done that yet.
Well,
that's funny.
Trust me, he'll be better off. He won't have to be a boss. He won't have to do nothing other than
right.
And she can cook me tacos in bed, and then I'll slap her ass, and we'll sing Bible verses together, and we'll live ever happy mess.
I'm not so sure if she's religious. Or maybe she is. I don't know. If she is, that's good.
Yeah, I'll take a little bubble bath together. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Women, the copper divining rods.
Oh
I
yeah,
thought you shoved that up your ass.
No, let's hear what James got to say because he said he was going to show this to me at one point.
Is it true what a former supervisor that I had named Toshiba told me that when a hot-looking chick walks up to you with a big smile, that means she wants something from you?
That means yes. Oh, not 100%.
Okay, I have a question. Is it true that AIDS Kill has the biggest dick on panel? I don't know. What does that mean?
No, no, Johnny.
Wow.
Is Alex the Beer Master going to drink a beer tomorrow afternoon?
No.
No.
Yes, he is.
He's going to do Stout Sunday?
He's going to
That
drink
was today.
on Monday, apparently.
Oh, we're on Monday now.
He's going to do multi-balls Monday and Stout
Multi-balls.
James, you're a trip,
Okay. I got a question. Are you ready for the question?
Yeah,
Are you ready?
South Park. Remember Chef, played by Isaac Hayes? He created salty balls for Mr.
Hello,
Hank.
children.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Will Eric take a big throbbing dick in his mouth?
Ha ha, motherfucker.
Is that all we went all the way back? Oh, it went back.
No.
Oh shit. Okay, the next question is: has Eric took a dick in his mouth? Oh.
Wow. That's never happened in my life, but that thing seems to think it did.
Was it shits and giggle? Was it called a shits and giggle experience?
Apparently. Yo, what in the fucking tits?
Did Eric do it for groupies? Oh, is that? Yeah, I guess not.
Eric is going to get a lot of groupies when his band, hits it big. The big
It
time.
will get big in the next probably couple months to a year.
How
for years, right, Eric? So you'll be getting
I have
big.
no clue.
Got to cut his hair like
I know you're gonna lie to me. I know you're gonna get big, Eric.
Yeah.
So.
Chef with the bangs, like the Beatles.
It's already big anyway.
Hello, children.
Yes,
It's
Chef.
John Womack full of hot fucking air right now.
is it? Whoa.
All right, I'm gonna ask it something. Will I ever get a girlfriend? I'm
Uh-oh.
just gonna have fun with it.
That thing says no.
Will she say the word cock like constantly, like that recording?
No, but what did it say?
No, that means
James,
yes. That meant yes. That meant yes.
No, but what did it say about me getting a girlfriend?
All
Did
right,
it say
It meant
no?
yes.
Will Alex find a girlfriend that he will be compatible with and happy?
That says yes.
Oh, that's nice. That says yes. Will they have things in common?
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay. Will they have nice babies?
babies. He can't even. He's lucky if he can buy his beer.
Let's
Is that a
see.
yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Will she
Wow.
will she be at least cute and doable?
Remember, beauty is a light sweet to it. Oh, Jesus.
Very good. Okay, let's see here.
So,
Okay, ask the question. Ask the question.
Did it say yes or no, James?
Yeah.
Ronnie S says, "Is Eric a total fag?"
Ah,
I am not, apparently.
No.
Has Eric took in the asshole before?
What's the sexual innuendos?
He's picking on poor.
All right, let's ask a real question.
Because you're a Protestant drummer.
Let's ask a real question of the divining rods. Do
Okay.
you take John Womack seriously, divining rods? No. No, we don't know. Divining rods.
Okay, I gotta ask a serious question. Is Eric scared to get out of the closet? What does that mean?
That means no, he's not afraid to come out.
Is Ronnie S a total fag? Divining rods. I guess you're not, Ronnie. Very good.
Would Ronnie S ever go on Amazon Prime and order one of those male silicone dolls with the strap-on dildo?
Whoa.
I guess not.
Said no.
Very good, Ronnie.
Is Alex really the beer master?
Oh no! You're not beer master, Alex.
Now, if somebody started a live show and called it the Master Bader, would that be a good name, Divining Rods?
Whoa.
Dividing Rods is James P. Madonna. Is that his real name?
Wow.
No. No.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey.
it's my name.
Yeah.
Did it say no, James, or no?
No, it said yes, it's my name. I don't like aliases like some people use.
All right. Are we ready? Has Alex ever masturbated in public?
No. Whoa, children.
I
Whoa.
was just testing. I was testing to see because I know that he hasn't. So.
Like the Howard. Hey, you add a lot of spice to the show there, Johnny Womack.
Is Michael Hilton drunk as a skunk right now? Is Michael Hilton drunk as a skunk, Divining Rods? No, I can't believe that.
Wait a minute. Now, Michael Hilton, is he shy? Is that why he left? Or yeah, bullshit.
What?
Is his connection? Is his a Wi-Fi connection pretty lousy?
Dividing
Is Eric a gay bitch? It says in the chat.
Too many rapid fire questions. Oh, Ronnie S says, "Is Eric a gay bitch?"
All right, no.
That's
All right.
cool.
All right, we got a great.
Oh, it went back. Oh, it went around again.
Is Divining Rods? Is it Ronnie S.'s bedtime right now?
No.
I guess not.
Does Ronnie S get like nagged a lot at home, or he does? Does Ronnie S put his foot down eventually and say, "I'm the king of the castle"?
I guess not, Ronnie. Oh.
I guess not.
Does Ronnie S need to stop drinking too much during live streams with people? Oh, sorry, Ronnie. You got to stop drinking, man.
Okay, all right. I got a question. It's a good one. Oh, you ready? Does Eric have a Playgirl magazine?
No, that was pretty good. Yikes!
What does that mean?
Holy Divining Rods! Why the fuck do you hate me? Do you hate me, Divining Rods?
You don't have a Playgirl magazine.
Divining Rods.
It doesn't say yes.
Come on. Divining Rods. Are you in cahoots with John Womack over here?
Cahoots.
No. She's got nothing he or she's got nothing to do with you.
Is John Womack nervous around Eric because Eric is a superstar heavy metal rock musician?
Oh.
What
Interesting.
does that know?
That was good.
That says, yeah, you're nervous around Eric. Now, Alex the Beer Master, do you like his food review shows that he does weekly? Yes. That was a quick yes.
Okay, all right. Does Alex the Beer Master like sparkles? Supreme sparkles?
Ooh.
What kind of a question?
That's a girl in the YouTubes.
Oh, really? Did she show her real?
Okay, let's ask the question
Hey,
again.
is there any good girls on these hangouts?
Not very old. Dividing rods. Does Alex the Beer Master like Michelle?
Yeah, it depends what Michelle looks like.
No, you don't.
Alex,
there was the answer. All right, we had to get it out.
Alex is a very meticulous man. He has high standards, right?
Okay, I'm gonna ask this, and I know this is a true question. Let's see how accurate this is. Has Alex ever been drunk at a brewery?
Apparently not.
Guess you weren't drunk then.
Is that true? Is that true or false, Alex?
He did get drunk at the brewery. That was why I asked that question.
I was drunk at a.
There you go. See?
No, I was. But you have to ask, was I ever drunk at a bar? Say if I was drunk at a bar. Ask if I was drunk at a bar.
Was Alex the Beer Master ever drunk at a bar?
There you go.
Okay.
That's a yes.
Michael Hilton, was he really thrown out of a brewery for bothering too many women?
Fuck.
Ooh, we got to ask the question now.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Divining rods. Does Michael Hilton get black eyes because women punch him in the eye?
I'd say. It's a quick yes.
Does he like leer at girls and oogle them and look them up and down and stuff like that?
No,
he doesn't. Oh,
okay. All right. Are you ready? Are you ready? Has Michael Hilton ever took it in the ass? No, probably not. Whoa.
All right, Michael Hilton. Does he like touch the girls to get smacked?
Oh no! All right, divining rods.
So he's 27-year-old Joe Biden, sort of. He kind of like tries to inhale them or something, or grab them.
God, that's not great, Alex. Has Michael divining rods? Has Michael Hilton ever been arrested due to sexual harassment?
No.
No.
All right, but divining rods. Has Michael Hilton ever been thrown out of a shopping mall? All right, we got the truth on that one. It actually happened. Yeah.
So he has been thrown?
Yes. Yeah.
But he actually told a story how he got kicked out of a shopping mall for bothering women. Damn.
Yep.
He's a bigger loser than I thought.
Now, does he approach them in a creepy manner? Yeah, that could be the way he approaches them. But women are real picky ass.
I don't do this, but I want to test these rods out. See if it says if I do that, just for the fun of it. I'm gonna laugh because I don't, but it's funny.
Well, you just gave the rods the answer.
Divining rods. Will I make another gin and tonic? Yeah, that's true.
So did I do? So James P. Madonna, did I do that or no?
You can't ask him then. You already gave out the answer.
Did Alex the Beer Master ever said harass women? Is that the question?
No.
Yeah.
Don't give it the answer. Did Alex the Beer Master ever harass women?
Uh-oh. It says you have.
You have.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh. Spoiler.
Divining rods. Has John Womack ever spanked a stripper?
It probably depends on what
I never harassed women. What the heck is going on here? Now
did I answer yes or no?
yes, you did spank a stripper.
Did Alex? Let's see here.
That's easy, you know.
But no, James, did I harass somebody? I don't. James, did I harass a woman? I don't remember doing that.
Now, let's analyze the definition of harassment, because women are funny. You know, they could take a verbal comment as being harassment. They could take grabbing her, you know, feeling her up as harassment. So, you know, it's like, all right, the harassment that you're talking about concerning Alex, was it in a verbal sense and not touching? Is it a oh, it was verbal.
That makes better sense. Okay.
Was it by a girl who just was paranoid or overreacted to Alex?
Yes.
Okay, so it was a girl who was a nervous wreck, and it was this girl in general. Does she have hang-ups about men anyway?
Yup.
Yeah, so you're in the clear, Alex.
Okay. Does John
somebody that's already overly sensitive about stuff in the first place? All right.
Okay, I'm gonna ask 3-part question of that. Like,
we can know who that girl is. I guarantee you.
Has John Womack liked strippers?
Oh.
He does.
Okay. Has John Womack ever physically attacked a stripper?
What do you mean, aggressively or
aggressively? Okay. Has John Womack attacked a stripper sexually?
Oh no! Oh God, John.
Okay. Was it essential?
Consensual.
Nope.
Yes.
Well, look, if women for some reason love to get kissed on the neck, that's fucking aphrodisiac.
Does John Womack like giving facials to strippers?
Yikes! You like a lot of weird things.
That's where you come in her face.
Right. Out there, Alex.
On the face.
I just wanted to make sure I didn't do anything wrong, because I don't remember doing anything. All I did was probably flirt with a girl or ask a girl out. I mean,
now I'm gonna ask a personal question. Does John Womack hang out with strippers because he has a shitty life?
I bet you he does. No.
That's not right, Alex.
Men who frequent gentlemen's clubs, and I use that term loosely, do they do so because the women out there these days really suck as far as dating?
Whoa.
Are they gold diggers? All these chicks in the United States, like, are they basically?
Okay, I'm gonna ask now another question to see how true this is. Has John Womack ever ejaculated at a strip club?
Yeah, that's. Oh no! No, Alex.
Depends on the strip club. Some strip.
Has John Womack ever had sex at a strip club? That's that one.
Here's a divine.
If John Womack ever have sex in a strip club?
That was an immediate yes.
Well, that's
of course.
On the place, you know, a classy place won't allow that. But you go to like a real, like a sleazy go-go bar. I've seen girls jerk off guys right at the bar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, James, what do you mean when we were talking about my thing? What do you mean they got freaked out anyway? What do you mean?
No, some girls are like, even Johnny can tell you, they're paranoid. They got hang-ups about men. And if a guy tries to talk to them, they overreact. Oh, you know, they got man problems.
Because they were hurt. They were hurt in the past, and they didn't.
Maybe their father was abusive. Who knows really? You know, maybe they were their uncle felt them up when they were young, and you know.
At least I'm in the clear to ask girls out, so I'm good.
Yeah, well, you didn't do anything wrong. You know, you're a pleasant person. You know, you don't
Yes.
You don't like your tongue is not hanging down on the floor like the wolf.
There you go.
The wolf Bunny cartoon.
Okay, ready for this?
Yeah,
Has John Womack ever had sex with more than 4 people at the same time?
Uh-oh.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Oh no, wet dreams. You're in trouble.
How the hell do you take care of more than 4 people?
Okay, this is what you call a lineup. We have 3 naked girls laying down, and you fuck one in the ass, and then every 30 seconds you go fuck the other girl in the ass, and that's what you call the lineup.
Well, you might as well do porno then, get paid.
See? Is John Womack a sexy and deviant?
John Womack a sexual deviant.
The answer is yes.
When John Womack, is he perfect for porno movies? Like, in other words, is that his calling in life?
I got one question in particular.
Oh yeah, then we got
Any rides. Does John Womack owe money to a pimp?
Oh jeez.
Okay, all right.
Has John Womack wasted his whole paycheck on blowing strippers?
Oh, both? No. The whole paycheck on
No, that's true. See, I was just testing it.
And blow and strippers.
All right.
Now strippers.
Okay. I'm gonna ask a personal question again to see how. Okay, has John Womack ever shitted on a girl's chest?
Oh no.
Oh, Scatman Crothers.
Oh no. He's done it there, Alex.
And I'm a scat man. You know, pop. Remember that song? He's a scat man. Oh, I think we chased him away. Yeah, but I don't know for 1,000 years. Oh, Alex, you have one more question before I wrap it up? Because I'm hungry.
I'm trying to think here. I don't know, my friend. I really don't know.
Okay, I'm wondering what he's thinking. One last question. Are you ready? This is a good one. Has John Womack ever ejaculated more than 4 times in a night?
More than 4 times? It's not difficult in a 24-hour period. It says no, but I mean it can be done.
I have, but that was
okay. But now,
all right, I'm gonna ask you the question. What will my future be like?
Hey, that's not a question.
Wait, what would your what be like?
My future.
Yeah, but it's not gonna talk. It's not gonna talk to you. Like, in other words, if you say do you see a good future for me, or a great future, or you know?
Okay, all right. Do you see that I have a good future or not? Please let me know.
You see happiness in Alex's future. Happiness.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, is John Womack a good guy?
Yeah. Behind all the sex addiction, yeah, you're a good guy.
I don't have a sex addiction. I just like to play with women.
Yeah, well, Eric begs to differ, but yeah, all right, I believe you. Now, do you think this damn show, after almost 3.5 hours, has gone long enough? Yes.
Nope.
And on that note, unless you have one more question.
Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
This is going to be a doozy. Does John Womack like to have bubble baths with strange women?
Well, yes, strange women that you're attracted to, of course.
Yes. Okay, well, I guess we'll leave it at that, guys, and just remember.
So, James, when are you going to do this again? Because this is fun.
I'm going to be doing it. Usually, we do the tarot cards and the rods on Sunday. So if you if you send me a message on Google Hangouts, because I sent you a message, send you a hello. Send me a
Okay,
message.
can you add me on Google Hangouts then, or
You go by Johnny Womack or John Womack?
no? Well, Alex can add me. He knows where to get a hold of me.
Yeah, I'm on progressive discussions.
I think Alex, you can add me, right? I mean,
Yeah, but he knows your email. I think I don't know your email. I hate to disappoint, but
Well, it's just, you just go to if you have a phone, you go to your progressive. Google Hangouts app, and you do a search. Progressive discussions.
yeah, I think I'm under. I think you have me though. I think
I got you. I got your email address. That's how I found you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I found you, and then I sent you an invitation for, like a.
well, I mean, anyways, I'll say that you're live anyways and subscribe to you, so it's not like Pretty sure Eric will put it up there.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook. I'm Mega Life 21.
No. Okay.
Yeah, that's cool though. Yeah, because I'd like to do this again because it's a fun show. Are you doing anything during the week or no?
No, because I ran out of StreamYard time until the 12th. I get my 23 hours back on the 12th. I've depleted my hours, but you know what the funny thing is? Like I have other apps for going live stream, but they don't allow any people. The only time I can sometimes get a one person on video is if I go live on Facebook. And there's a way to do it when you're live on Facebook and you click on the person's screen and everything goes black around it, you'll see a little green box on the lower right. And that sends the invitation to go on video. But they only allow one.
Wow.
You can't do
What about Instagram?
Instagram, are they allowing longer videos? Because they used to allow just 1 minute videos.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I never tried it.
I've had two. I had one person with me on Instagram, but I never tried to send another thing. I'll have to try it one day. Go live.
Yeah, like I'll give you an example. Eric turned me on to this app called MobCam, M-O-B, MobCam. Now, MobCam, you can stream on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch. You can stream.
Well, yes, you added the same thing from your StreamYard to that, so it still kills your StreamYard time, probably.
Well, you don't get involved with StreamYard when you do MobCam. It doesn't cost you anything, but you can't have.
Well, Google Meet doesn't charge anything either, and you can have over 100 people.
Yeah, but you can't go live on Google Meet, at least not yet.
No. Oh, not yet. That's true.
Now, I'm wondering, is this possible, guys? If you streamed on MobCam and you were recording on all these social media platforms, could you get somebody on audio on, let's say, Facebook Messenger and just like have a guest using audio, like the way Johnny's talking to me right now?
I have no idea.
Like,
Why don't you want to try it? You want to try it right now? I don't know.
I'm wondering if it'll allow MobCam and Facebook audio, Messenger audio to happen at the same time. But if you go live, like the time
I'm not on Facebook, so I won't know. You guys.
Well, Michael Hilton used to go live a lot on Facebook, and he had Johnny on as a guest. I think John went on.
No, one time. I don't know. Yeah.
You went on video with him.
Yeah, he went psycho, and yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and he says you were blowing up his phone or something.
That's not true.
He in other words, yeah, but when he has nobody watching his live shows and talking to him, he gets mad. When he has people talking to him, he gets upset. You're blowing me up. You're blowing me up. So it's like
I message him every now and then. It was not like blowing him up. I was just like talking about beer. I guess that bothered him. So fuck him.
Yeah. Well, if you talk to him like when we were asking all these questions, he would probably have a nervous breakdown.
I don't know. It don't matter. fuck him. It's not. It's just whatever.
Yeah, whatever. All right,
I
gentlemen.
mean, it's not like he's gonna get anywhere with that lifestyle, anyways.
Yeah, I mean, because for one, it's not right. You know, he shouldn't treat you like crap, James P. Madonna, and you're the ones being nice to invite him.
Even Thomas Metal tried to help him out, and look what he got.
You know what I mean, James?
When you bend over backwards and help people, when you bend over backwards, see what happens.
You helped. What's his name? Michael Hilton. And
I try to give him a lot of advice for when he used to tell me all his problems, and I didn't say you're overwhelming me, you're blowing me up. I didn't complain, and I gave him advice.
But the question was he blowing you up though?
He was telling me about mostly problems about girls, but I told him whatever I knew. I told him, but the thing is, it was no problem.
Okay, now I got a question for divining rods. Now one more time. Since he brought that up, he goes, "Does John Womack have a sexual addiction?"
Well, that's okay. That's not a bad addiction. I mean, you like to get laid.
Okay. Does John Womack have a sexual addiction where it hurts him in the job place?
Oh my God.
No. What? No, but it could happen too. You know, because if you got a hot-looking coworker, she's real hot-looking. You know, how do you keep your composure?
Okay, now last question for sure. All right, has John Womack ever had a three-way with two girls that worked at Hooters?
Oh, you lucky stiff!
Wow.
Yep. You got the Kavorka. You like on Seinfeld. You got the lure of the animal. He's got the magnetism. For him to have a three-way with girls from Hooters, he's got the mag. Don't let Eric discourage you. This guy, if he did that, you could like no, that's like a feat. That's like a Guinness Book of World Records thing.
Okay, now we're gonna ask a serious question. Okay, and then we'll end it at that. Yeah. Has John Womack been has John Womack ever been with more than 100 people in his life?
More than 100? That's like Will Chamberlain said that.
I messed up the question. Okay. Has John Womack ever had sex with 100 different women?
Different. Yes.
Yep.
Oh, he's got it. He's got it.
You know, I wish I had that, James, but I think I will. I think I do now. I just never.
Yeah, but he's like the Dos Equis man. I mean, come on, 3 girls.
I mean, you would know like right away if that was bullshit or not. Like it would have I asked her like 20 different sexual questions. So
yeah, 3 different women from Hooters, over 100 different women in his lifetime. He banged, he blew in the ass, and the next girl in the vagina, and the ass, and
and I even let a girl shit on me once just for the experience of saying that it's done.
You know, I honestly though I've never kissed a girl yet, never. I've been looking I've been looking for a girlfriend for. That's okay.
Hey Alex, if I ever go to Jersey, I'll get you laid for sure.
Yeah, but by that point I might already have a girlfriend, but then at that point maybe girls will like me more. But I have girls that do like me. I just get a little nervous. I just need to stop being nervous.
Well, that's maybe you need to be less nervous and think about it. I guess what about asking that girl? I thought you were going to ask that girl. What happened?
Yeah, I am. That's not going to change. That's going to happen.
Okay.
I tell you what. When you talk to them about something that like not politics. I talk to them about say something clever that might make them laugh, like something that has to do with where they're working or where they're.
Okay, the perfect line I think Alex should use would be like when you already talk to these people. So he goes like, "What kind of hobbies do you do?" And then maybe we can find something to do together. And I mean, Works for me.
That's a perfect way to ask. Yes.
It works for me. Trust
Yeah,
me.
like, yeah, what are you into? Like Alex can say, well, I do live stream talk shows about food and
I build birdhouses.
craft beer.
I can tell you the story how I got tricked into doing a lot of things for sex. I mean, it would go on all day and all night. But the weirdest thing I've ever done was ride naked on a horse. Probably the weirdest thing.
Yeah,
naked.
but I agree. I think girls like me more now because I'm older. But it is what it is. I mean, sometimes you have it when you're younger, and sometimes you have it when you're older. So I think I'll probably remember.
It is what it is. Now sometimes your life blossoms when you get older. Now you got, like, in other words, don't think about getting laid when you talk to.
That shouldn't be your first priority. It's just getting to a girl to actually like you.
No. I just want to go out with a girl and see what happens. And
just have a neutral conversation with her about stuff. Don't even think about sex at all. Don't even mention it.
I'm not gonna
I wouldn't mention that. No,
I'm not gonna say that. That's just gonna automatically happen. I'm not gonna say, "Hey, let's have sex." That's gonna automatically just happen.
It's gonna automatically happen if you guys have chemistry. If you have physical romantic chemistry. But you just talk about your hobbies, like Johnny said. Talk about what you like to do.
Okay, like one time I got into building a birdhouse with this chick to get laid, but that's just me.
Yeah, but she also likes you too, I'm guessing. I mean,
a lot of girls don't like me. They put up with me, and it's like a one-time deal kind of thing. But
well, now you have a girlfriend. Now, so
yeah, I have a girlfriend now, but yeah, it's time in life where I settle down with somebody and then just trying to go out and just fuck some chick. I mean, I can easily do that every day, every night. I mean, it's no problem there.
The problem with getting seriously involved with somebody is that I know it's the same slab of beef every day, but eventually they start bossing you around and telling you what to do and nagging, and
No, she hasn't done any of that signs yet, so I haven't got to a sign where I had to tell her to get bye-bye yet.
That's good, because lots of times they get too familiar with you, and then they think they can mouth off to you all the time, and say,
the only thing that probably keeps it together is that she lives 45 minutes away, and I don't drive to see her, so
there you go. Familiarity breeds contempt, and heart grows.
I mean, we do talk on the phone and text and all that, but.
So I don't drive, so I'm gonna try to find a girl that drives from.
Yeah, you got to make sure they have a car at least.
Yeah, and that's it. And then love them not because of the car, but love them because.
Well, most people drive nowadays.
Well, if the girl lives in your region area, it's not going to be expensive to take a Lyft or an Uber to a place. Like let's say it's a Uno's Pizza or a Chili's or whatever, or an Applebee's or something. It's not going to be expensive to get a Lyft.
Nope.
But if the girl doesn't mind swinging by, you could do that. I mean, there are people in the city that don't have cars because it's expensive to put your car in the garage, and there's no parking. And there's no parking on the street. So these people survive without a car. But if you live in most of the country and you don't have a car, you're screwed. You're screwed. But just keep it neutral. Don't seem desperate.
Oh, I'm not desperate. If I really like somebody, I need to
put it out there. Put it out there. Like you need to put it out there before you get in the friend zone. When you get in the friend zone, it's pretty much over with.
Yeah, you don't want the girl to put you in the friend zone. And they say that if you don't flirt, if you don't flirt with them, they'll stick you in the friend zone. Now,
Yeah.
now Johnny, what
You gotta put it out there to some extent.
And if they do put me in the friend zone, even after the fact, at least I tried. That's all that matters, right? And then I keep going.
No, I mean, if they put you in the friend zone, those are kind of the best girls too. They'll help you with their friends.
Yes.
Well, I would tell you stories, but I mean, it's go on all day about that. But
No, but that's true though. You can win either way.
okay, dude, I'll tell the story. In the 1 month, I banged 34 different girls. That was my 21st birthday. Well, my birthday month.
Well, how do you? The best way to avoid the friend zone is it true that you have to kind of flirt with them every now and then?
There's some girls that, depending on the situation, that you'd want to keep as friends because they always have hot friends, like I do sometimes. And to get to their friends, it's sometimes better to, instead of avoiding one sexual experience with one person and then they hate you or something happens there. See, but if they have enough friends where it seems like it's worth it, and I mean, think about it this way: in the long run, it's just like playing chess. Okay, like they introduce you to two girls. Okay, well then they have two friends, and then they have another friend. It's a long circle of friends that you can have sex with.
What if the girl you're friends with has a house party, and she invites you over? And she's got food and booze, and you go in there, and all of a sudden you see like 24 chicks that she knows. There's your hook. Yeah.
Pretty much, it depending on the situation. Like, it's just like, do you want to keep this girl as a friend, or do you want to keep her to the point where she gets pissed off at you?
Yeah, I know. Because if you bang her, then it might end up bad. And then you don't see.
I was that guy, just like all the Jersey Shore guys, just trying to get laid, and I wouldn't talk to him or call him back. It's just like their person's done. Like,
no, but I'm legit looking for a girlfriend to be with a girl that I like. So
well, now I'm the same way. I mean, I've already been there, done that for the last 12 years. I mean, there's no point anymore to just do that.
No, I'm saying if it doesn't work out, then I find someone else. If that person stays my girlfriend, then that's what I stay with. And if I break up,
I literally asked 20 different questions, and they pretty much said yes to everything I've asked. That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, so that's what I need to do. So I like a couple girls already. So
you just make sure not to be too nice, but nice at the same time. If that makes sense.
Well, nice enough that they would still want to date you or whatever they're going to do. Yeah,
exactly.
All right, well, James, thanks for letting me join. I'm sorry because you're going to shut down, and then
it's getting late. I'm hungry. I want to unwind, But anyway, nice having everybody on. The show went almost 4 hours. Believe it or not.
Is that normal for you to go 4 hours or what?
Yeah, it's normal. I started at 10 or 10.
All right, bye.
But when I start with Damian Owens, it's a political talk. It's a serious.
Yeah, I'm not into all that.
Then he does the tarot card. Yeah, so the fun doesn't really kick in until I say about maybe 11 or 11:30, something like that.
That's fun. I mean, I don't want to bother with all that. Like, I'm not into that. That'd be just bothering me now.
Yeah, well, you just, you could see if we're still talking serious or not. You'll be able to. So, and that's all right. Take care, Chief.
All right.